Blue Ghost and Hokuto R are on their way to the moon. Falcon 9 Booster 1073 goes swimming. Something Starship and other things on this week's Flame Trench.
And here we go. We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be normal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Following up. Roger, planet.
Water towers, fly!
Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside FD off. Bring in FD off. It's orange!
Orange 45.
Oh my god!
Decollage.
What is it?
Put that in the big bag.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You good? Sure. We don't need any more of these.
Oh, I was muted. I'm doing great. Hello and welcome to this week's Flame Trench. I'm Jack Byer for NSF, and I swear I'm not awful at this normally, although today I am quite over-caffeinated, so you're going to have to forgive me. This is NSF's weekly informal news show where we get a little bit spicy, so welcome to the Flame Trench. I hope you're ready. As always, we have our standard group of competent commentators, starting off with EJ. EJ, how are you doing this week, my good buddy?
I'm doing just fine, man. How are you?
Over-caffeinated, but otherwise good. You know, we had the Astro Awards over the weekend. Thanks again to Tim and EDA for putting that on. It was quite a time. It's going to be hard to top it, and we're already at the start of the year. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rejuvenated. Got to meet a bunch of cool people, but nobody cares about me. I care about you, man. How are you doing?
I'm feeling kind of fuzzy right now.
You don't look that fuzzy to me, but I don't know. Maybe YouTube thinks you're fuzzy. Chat, does EJ look fuzzy?
I don't like it. This feels wrong. What year is it?
Maybe try over-caffeinating?
Oh, good idea. I'll go get some coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Also joining us this week is Sawyer. We got the OG Flame Trench crew. What's up, Sawyer?
How's it going? Yeah, the reason you look fuzzy is because probably need to shave. Just saying, EJ. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. And
no, I don't.
Just to let you know how caffeinated Jack Byer is, to answer a question from the pre-show, bees do not have the same type of blood that humans do. That was an actual question. Do bees have blood? That's the kind of day it's going to be today on the Flame Trench.
Why would you do that, Sawyer? Why would you just immediately throw me under the bus like that?
To try and encourage more people to become members so they can join us for the pre-show and make fun of you? I mean, enjoy the commentary?
That was a good pre-show. Everyone got to see the chaos. We did go live a little bit late, if y'all noticed. And if you want to know why, pre-show, just saying. Also, I was a beekeeper at one point. You'd think I'd know if they have blood or not. Well,
wait.
Beekeeper's assistant. So, 6.5.
You were a beekeeper's assistant?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, let's just say post-college dropping out Jack, pre-film school Jack, did some weird jobs. I was also a mosquito spray technician at Disney. I just drove around on an ATV spraying chemicals everywhere. It was great. Anyways, it's the Flame Trench. I'm over-caffeinated.
Did you spraying chemicals on kids? Come on.
Hey. Also on the stream today is Mr. Book. No,
what?
it's Ryan. It's Ryan Weber.
Hi.
Hey, Ryan.
I'm learning warp field theory.
Ryan, that's EJ's bit. You can't just steal EJ's bit.
Oh,
Joe.
sorry.
Nice
Hey,
pick, though.
You're stealing my joke.
I don't know. Do you approve?
Yeah,
Technical manual.
it's good. Yeah, you're
Okay,
fine.
good. Okay, just making sure you approve. Hi, everyone. How's it going today?
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Ryan, so that we can have some Starship expertise on today's stream. EJ, if you take like 3 bites forward, it'll look like you're eating the flame deflector they're building for the Flame Trench. But don't do that, because that's not serious. And we're serious here.
He said the thing already.
Flame Trench, hey, ding, 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 ding. That might be the shortest duration of time it took for us to say the Flame Trench on the show, unless I said it at the very beginning, which I probably did.
Just
Anyways,
shuttle.
There you go. Horses and bacon. And if you as a final piece of housekeeping, if you have any questions during today's show, type at NASA Spaceflight in chat, and we'll see your question pop up in some software that we have running in the old background Areno. If I can just wholesale make up words, which I can. Fun fact. You can't stop me. Can't stop me, Sawyer.
Sure thing, Mr. Glenny.
Oh, God. What have I done? Well, let's jump right into it with our first topic, which I'm going to throw to none other than EJ. Nice mug, EJ.
Yeah,
And
it matches my hat.
It does match your hat. You can tell because of the way it is.
That's pretty neat.
It is. You know what else is pretty neat? Although kind of sad. Booster 1073 being expended. Tell us what's going on here, my good chum.
So, Falcon 9 serial number 1073 was launched SpainSat NG1 the other day for ISDISAT. And unfortunately, this is like it seems like this is a super rare occurrence nowadays. The booster was expended on purpose. It launched completely naked, no grid fins, no landing legs, and unfortunately was expended on its 21st flight. 20 prior reuses, and now it sleeps with the fishes. That's kind of crazy that we're seeing, like, it's more rare for a Falcon 9 to be expended than to not be expended. Yet, here we are, right? It's kind of crazy. And I kind of felt bad. That booster launched the Hakuto M1 mission. It launched a mission to the moon. It launched a Dragon, albeit uncrewed, to the ISS, and did a plethora of Starlink missions.
Yeah, like 400-something Starlinks, right?
Yeah, 400 Starlink sats. It, like, I don't mean to feel bad for a piece of metal, but also, RIP 1073. Were you a good booster? No, you were the best booster.
It really was a good booster. And, you know, it is, you know, on the one hand, a little bit silly to feel sad about expending a rocket when up until very recently, all rockets were expended.
Yep.
And like you said, you know, it's a piece of metal. That said, I'm a big fan of having empathy for machines. Like, I'm not going to drive a car, to speak to something I know you like. I'm not going to drive a car like a jerk because I want to be nice to the engine. I want to be nice to the machine. Maybe that's dumb of me, but I do feel empathy for machines on a regular basis. So
I mean,
I feel you. Don't think
to get a little philosophical, right? I've become a philosophizer over the past week. Sorry. Jack, I think people are going to call me lame for this, and that's fine. You know, yeah. See, it wouldn't be anything anybody isn't saying already. I think all the people, anytime you work on something mechanical, you work on a machine, you work on, you know, whether it's building it, maintaining it, you are imparting some of yourself onto that vehicle. That
it's like a craftsman, like a blacksmith making a fine sword or something, and that is part of the reason why we take every single mission so seriously, right? Is because so many people, thousands and thousands of people, have expended so much time. It's like years of human effort each launch.
That booster is carrying a little bit of all the skilled tradesmen and technicians that it took to make and launch it 20 times prior, 21 total, right? And it's taking that with it, which kind of sucks, right? But if we're going to talk about empathy for machines, that's what I believe. If you like my truck, didn't take long for EJ to start mentioning cars. My truck, I've worked on it. I built it. It was nothing, and then I built it. It was completely disassembled, and I put it all back together. And because of that, I imparted some of myself onto that vehicle. Right? It's the same thing with rockets. We look at the shuttles with very great fondness for the same reason. I mean, Challenger is the best shuttle.
And some people have, exactly. I was just about to say, we're on a mind meld today, dude. Maybe I should over-caffeinate every week. No, some people have favorite shuttles, and they have favorite shuttles for various reasons. Sometimes it's the one they saw launch. Sometimes it's the one that they feel like launched all the coolest missions, like Atlantis. Sometimes it's the one that's just hands down the coolest and most capable, like Atlantis. Sometimes it's just the one that's like objectively the coolest, like Atlantis. Sometimes it's just, I'll stop.
Oh, we're not starting this, are we?
I'll stop. I'm over-caffeinated.
All the way. Anyway.
Go ahead, Sawyer. Say your piece.
Yes. Okay. Team Endeavor, absolutely all the way. Besides the fact they're talking the Hubble repair mission, you had Endeavor out there doing its work. besides the fact, also, it's the first shuttle I ever saw launch. It launched a patch of mine into space, which was then
What?
gifted to the Challenger Centers for Space
Sawyer
Science
Flex. That might
Education.
also be the shortest amount of time until we got a Sawyer Flex on stream. But here's the thing. That's a fair opinion, Sawyer. And if you are not annoyed right now about the shuttle talk, well, guess what? You're in for a treat because this week, well, it's hard to call it a treat. This week we are doing a Shuttle Sunday. I love Shuttle Sunday. This week is going to be a tough Shuttle Sunday, right, Sawyer?
Yeah, as I mentioned, again, the patch that was flown for the Challenger Centers, which were created after the Challenger disaster, and we are going chronologically through the shuttles and the shuttle missions. And next is STS-51L, the 25th Space Shuttle mission. So that will be this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We are going to do our best to handle it with as much class and respect as possible, paying tribute to those who tried to do the right thing and the lessons learned and what has come out of it. So
Yeah, I
it,
hesitate to even plug it on this show since this show is all about fun and goofing around a little bit and telling people what's going on in the space world. That show is going to be the polar opposite. Like if you wanted an antithesis of the Flame Trench, that particular Shuttle Sunday, we're all going to take very seriously. And we don't intend for it to be the definitive end all beat all, like this is the best. No, we primarily on Shuttle Sundays go through the material on the NSF L2 forum, of which there's a plethora, which you've probably never seen before. And so we're going to go through the stuff on L2. We're going to talk about Challenger and pay our respects. And yeah, so that's this Sunday, Shuttle Sunday. If you didn't know, it's a whole series. We're going through the whole thing chronologically. I didn't even intend for us to even talk about this, but we started talking about Shuttle, and we care about Shuttle. So
Dude,
here
it's
we
the
are.
Flame Trench. We're winners. We get to do what we want.
There you go. But yes, so that will be, as Chris pointed out, no puns this coming Sunday. But
No, I
again,
got
once
no
we
spaceship.
continue on through, then we'll go back to our regular, continuing on through the different missions. There's some really cool ones, even coming up between the return to flight, the scariness that was STS-27.
Yep.
So there's a lot still interesting coming up with the shuttle. But yes, we have to get through this one first.
Cool deal. EJ, 1073. Any other things we didn't hit on while I look for some questions regarding 1073? Hint, hint, chat, hint. If you have any, put them in chat at NASA Spaceflight. That's how this works.
You forgot to say that.
At the beginning? No, I said it.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
very sure.
I bet you
Oh,
20. I bet you 20. Shut up, Sawyer. I bet you $20. I said it.
All right.
Yeah?
I just okay. I was getting coffee, so I didn't hear it. So
If you need Jack's Venmo, I can give it to you because I've lost a bet to him before.
No, I'm good.
I recently lost a bet myself to a friend of mine, so let's go. Like I could recoup some. I do not condone betting. Don't gamble. This has turned into a thing. Anyways, I'm gonna thank some people. RC Horseman, thank you for gifting 20 Red Team memberships. Extremely generous of you. And now 20 people have access to the Red Team level of the membership program. What?
Jack,
What?
Jack,
What?
real quick. You hey, RC, you're the man. First of all, first and foremost, you're the man. But also, you said if I had anything to add about 1073, I do have something to add about 1073.
Oh, please.
So I just want to point out that SpainSat, so SpainSat NG1, that is the sat payload that was launched for 1073's final mission. It was a 6,100 kilogram satellite that Falcon 9, a single stick Falcon 9, launched to GEO. There was a reason why this booster was expended, because you need the performance for that thing to push something that big that far. But 1073, got a Viking funeral here, but it's also kind of poignant to point out that Falcon 9, dude, we go back 5 years ago, that's a Falcon Heavy mission. This is a Falcon Heavy mission.
It's really
6,100 kilograms to geostationary transfer. That's no joke. That is a hefty amount. Yeah.
To look at how SpaceX has iterated on Falcon 9 over the years, how much they've expanded its capability, and then especially to extrapolate where we're at now with Starship and where we're going to be with Starship in a similar amount of time as to Falcon 9. Anyways,
Bingo.
Please continue. I'm going to look for more questions.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like
crazy. Go ahead, Sawyer.
No, I was going to say, I feel like with this kind of a mission, this is one where if you wanted to do Geo Direct, that's a Falcon Heavy mission, hands down, and you're getting the double RTLS. Whereas this, again, I think the change of putting it to geostationary transfer orbit gives you that little bit of extra bonus there to save money. And also, I guess, get rid of an older booster maybe that could be problematic furbishing. Who knows? I don't know exactly how they pick which ones they choose to get rid of, but I think, yeah, you're right, EJ. This normally should be a Falcon Heavy mission. It's amazing how
Crazy.
they've optimized Falcon 9.
Right?
Remarkable. It's really remarkable. We do have a few questions here. If we want to hit them, what do you think? You want to hit some questions? It's the Flame Trench, after all.
I do.
Sawyer, I'm so glad you're here and upright. It's a joy always. Where's Jake?
Thank you.
Where's Jake?
He'll be here maybe eventually. I don't know. He's
chat
probably
demands-
sleeping.
Chat demands Jake. All right. See, this is exactly what we were talking about, EJ. Well, very similar to what we were talking about. Mercury and Metals is saying the first time I ever watched a Falcon 9 launch was CRS 27 using booster 1073. So RIP to my favorite booster.
There you go.
Yeah. RIP 1073.
Let me think. What was my first Falcon 9 launch? The first Falcon 9 launch I watched live was Cassiope in 2013.
Was that Vandy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
yeah,
Falcon
I knew
9
I liked
1.1.
you. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yeah.
East Coast,
okay.
East Coast.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, COTS 2+ baby.
Yeah, you got me beat.
3 in 2012.
What was your first shuttle
East Coast,
launch?
Best Coast. What'd you say? Favorite
What was your
shuttle
first?
launch?
Yeah, what was your first shuttle launch? Sawyer? Hold on.
STS 130.
88. I got you beat.
Oh, mine's 116. Crap.
I got you beat.
Dang.
I'm also ancient, so
Yeah, but he lived
myself
there. That's not
beat.
fair.
What? Yeah,
No, I was in
so
New
did
Jersey. I lived in New Jersey at the time.
No, not you, Jack.
Oh,
I lived
yeah,
on the
you
other
lived
coast.
there.
It was like a 4-hour drive. I was like 6. Deal with it.
And it
I
would have
think
been a
that counts.
24-hour drive for me.
I'm gonna give him the other coast, bro. Yeah, exactly. That's like a 24-hour drive for Sawyer and I.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is excuses.
All I'm hearing is you being wrong.
I think I'm factually correct. You're just disagreeing with me.
Also, I didn't start following the shuttle program until STS 118, so that, there's that too.
Everybody in chat should vote West Coast in the poll. I know you're not going to because you all hate me, but if you have any scrap of love for me left in your cold, dead hearts, please vote West Coast because that is the best coast.
I'm gonna do a Sawyer here, and I'll meet you in the middle with Gulf Coast.
Which is an option.
Yeah, see, get it? Hey.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Grumble noises. Here's one. Eric's asking, what was 1073's most important mission? I mean, cargo to the ISS is pretty dang important, especially considering it's a NASA mission, but also moonlanders are also a pretty big deal. Does anyone have any opinions on the most important mission 1073 accomplished? I'm looking at Sawyer first.
I mean, Hakuto R is pretty awesome, getting a private lunar mission. Let me double check the manifest the rest. I mean, the first one that jumps into my head, though, is still Hakuto R. I also was at that launch and had remote set up for it and have my first ever engine shot from that mission. So I'm also partly special to that mission as well.
Yeah, that's pretty special.
But yeah, so that or Bandwagon.
SpainSat, Thuraya 4, GSat 20, Starlink, Bandwagon
Echo.
1, Starlink, CRS 27, Amazonas Nexus, Hakuto R, Starlink, SES 22, and Starlink. So take your pick.
Starlink, maybe?
Yeah, probably Starlink. We joke though, but I continue to be flabbergasted at how awesome Starlink is and how quickly SpaceX has productized something and how just immediately game changing it is. The fact that you can like go to Target and buy a Starlink Mini and like bam, you have the internet.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty dang cool. I mean, it's pretty important, but I don't know. It's got some stiff competition. What, EJ? Go.
I thought of another thing. It does have some stiff competition that doesn't fly, but also that's not what I was going to say. The Thuraya 4 mission was the first mission of 2025, and it was on the 4th. So that actually on top of like being, its last flight, it was a crazy quick turnaround, probably because it didn't have grid fins or anything on it. But yeah, still like a 26-day turnaround.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, 1073 is that like there's we're getting to the point where there's like multiple boosters, like over 20 flights, and they're all awesome. It's like, wait, oh yeah, they had another one. They have like 4 or 5 boosters that are over 20 flights. Yeah, well, whatever. It's not big deal.
Booster, more like beaster. Am I right?
What? No, we're done with the talk of beekeeping.
Oh, Sawyer, you ruined it.
I know, you're welcome.
That was appropriate.
Now I gotta say, because you made the joke of the meme there of, were you a good booster? No, you were the best. But is it? Of the expended boosters,
Ooh.
is it better, you think, than say 1058? Or
I have no strong
those
opinions
unintentionally expended?
one way or the other. EJ, feel free to argue it.
1058 is the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're also talking expended versus unintentionally expended in some ways. They had a
True.
couple that, yeah, didn't quite survive the landing portion they were supposed to survive, but I mean, this is up there.
Similar vein to the last one. RKR is asking. No, wait, sorry. Spirit Wolf is asking, what's everyone's favorite? I mean, different than most important. What's everyone's favorite 1073 launch? I'm gonna go with. Oh man, it's either between Hakuto or Starlink 6-58. I think I'm gonna go with Starlink 6-58. What do you think, EJ?
It's CRS 27.
Solid.
Yep.
Sawyer? I mean, I know Starlink 6.2 was pretty good, and Starlink 511 was also pretty important, but
Oh,
no.
I mean, 4-15 was its first. I am going to say Amazon is Nexus, though, because that's another cool one. And also the fact that this is such an international booster when you think about it, because it launched Amazonas Nexus, which is another satellite for Spain, Hakuto R, Japan. You had the ISS missions, which is just international in general. You had Thuraya. You've got SpainSat. I mean, this booster covered all different parts of the globe while launching from the best coast.
I'm just gonna move right along.
And I say that because the poll completed and East Coast won.
Yeah. Freaking poll. That's wrong answer. All right. Let's see. RKR is asking, have boosters started to have specific mission sets? If so, what was 1073's set during its lifetime? I don't really think so. I mean, I don't really track the boosters that closely, so I could be wrong. But my impression is they all do a whole bunch of Starlink, and that's, and then, yeah, that's the only.
There was a booster, Jack, that was like only launching GPS for a little while, and then SpaceX just said, no, that's Starlink. There was one, I forget the name of it. Or the serial number. There was one that just launched a bunch of GPS first. Like it was like the Air Force booster. And then they were just like, no, just launch more stuff on it.
I mean, the other thing is that I feel like all of them, they start off doing a bunch of customer missions. This one, the odd one out, starting with the Starlink. But you get all those customer missions, the ones that want the brand new booster, the one that wants the, not as much flown booster. Obviously, NASA has their requirements for their particular missions of how many times these boosters can have flown. So I feel like they all start off doing a whole bunch of, really cool customer missions. Then they get into the groove of Starlink. Then you get the ones where the customers are like, you know what? I'll take the cheaper mission if it means flying on a riskier booster, which is usually like 15 to 20. And then it's just Starlink from then on.
Yeah. Could be. All right. More questions? What do you think?
Send it.
Here we go. Here's one from James Wilson asking, how much extra did it cost the customer for the expendable booster?
I don't know. These contracts for like a customer mission are negotiated kind of on a case-to-case basis. It's all a la carte, so we'll probably never know. Like we will never know that information.
Yeah, we don't even know how much a regular Falcon 9 private customer mission costs per satellite. It changes each time a little bit, and again, we have rough numbers of cost per kilogram, but we don't know exact numbers. Good old SpaceX.
All right, well, we can't know everything. We try our best to know things, but we can't know everything. Good question still. And finally, for 1073, before we move on, Rocket Girl is asking, talking about the 21 flights of 1073, how many launches do you think 1067 will perform before either being expended or destroyed? Do we have any thoughts? I'm frantically going to Next Spaceflight to look up 1063.
30. I'll say it.
I mean,
I think they're going to try to get one to 30.
given what it's already at, I think you're probably right. I mean, you're talking highly flown boosters here. Why not push it to 30 and see if they can do that? The only other thought would be is if they decide to use that for SpainSat NG2, although that's so much later in the year, I don't think they would hold on to it that long. Because
Man,
there is a SpainSat NG2, by the way, and it is just as big and just as heavy, and we are likely to say farewell to another booster.
Oh.
I mean, it does make sense to. It does make sense to expend your boosters, especially if like they are indeed still iterating on them over time, and the boosters in the fleet that are older might not have some improvements that the newer ones have, and the newer ones presumably would be capable of flying even more times, or just being less of a pain to refurbish. I don't know. The sort of thing I would love to get some more color on from SpaceX. But a good question nonetheless from the Rocket Girl. Let me hit some support, and we'll move on to our next topic. Ka-chow!
We both did it.
I love you both. Hey, look, it's Next Space Flight, that website that we operate that has really great information on
Come on,
launches.
Jack, what does this website do?
Also, isn't it an app? I believe it is.
You want to
is?
develop an app?
Do not develop an app with anybody, EJ.
Oh.
Nobody develop an app with EJ.
Yeah, I don't want to nap with EJ. Why would I want to nap with him? I'm
No,
not
do
tired.
you want to develop an app?
No, nobody wants to develop an app with you. Nobody develop an app with EJ. I'm serious.
All right. Have a good day.
Yeah, no one's going to talk about napping with EJ. Come on.
No,
I'm not
I'm
tired.
trying really hard to steamroll right past that, Sawyer. Captain
Yeah, I know.
Q-
I'm trying to bring it up again so you don't.
Captain Q, thank you for the support. They say, is there any indication yet that OLM-B, let's just call it Pad B's launch mount. Is there any indication yet that OLM-B is going to be mobile? I know it was speculated it could be at one point. Need more Zoidberg. It would certainly be interesting if it was mobile. I suspect it will not
hey,
be
Ryan.
mobile.
Well, hi there. I'm here. I don't think it's going to be mobile.
It looks like
No.
a battleship to me. Like when you're driving past it on Highway 4, that thing is a tank. And the other thing I'll say is, if we had seen parts for like more than one by now, I might be more inclined to think that it would be like this sort of interchangeable thing. And the mobility means they can like park it to the side of the trench and then refurb it while they have a fresh one on there, and they can just swap them out back and forth. Like it makes logical sense, right? But I'm not a rocket engineer, so yeah, my guess is no, it's not going to be mobile. Interesting idea though. No,
I want
no
it to
lie.
be.
I want it to be mobile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: why? This is like, let's go to the platonic ideal of the mobile launch mount. Why mobile, EJ? Why do you want mobile? And this isn't like I'm not interrogating you. I want to think through this logically because we're talking about it now. Why do you want it to be mobile? I'm baiting you here in a nice way.
Okay. Why do we want it to be mobile? I don't know. It'd be easier to refurbish. If you have multiple OLMs, you could turn one around a lot faster.
Yep.
You could, if you need to make a change to the design, I mean, look at the difference between A and B.
Yeah. Look at what SpaceX does with transport mounts, right? They have some old transport mounts and some new ones, and they'll use an old one, they'll build a new one, they'll swap them out. Yeah, I get that. Okay, continue, please.
Yeah.
Get some good points. I want to subscribe to your newsletter.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be better. And guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing what you really shouldn't do when you like, if we're gonna enter speculation or make a case for something, have that case be like whitewashed in nostalgia. But also, it is tradition to have a mobile launcher. Okay, it is tradition. It is tradition.
True. Once again, shuttle, also Saturn.
Yeah, it's a tradition.
Also SLS. Although we don't need to talk about SLS's mobile launcher. We really
SLS honors that tradition. Okay.
Does it? I mean, SLS does. Bechtel does not. I digress.
As
Oh,
someone
we can
who
get spicy about
No,
that
no,
if
no,
you
no, no.
want.
I don't want any lawyer emails from Bechtel.
As someone who transports on wheels regularly, I think wheels and transporters are good.
See,
all right, so
that's my
I
guy right
wanted.
there.
I love you, Sawyer. You're the best. I don't even.
Love you too, Jack.
The reason I wanted you to go through that, EJ, is because okay, so faster to refurbish, right? Lets you do upgrades on it. You can launch more. All these sound like good things, right? But what about the best part is no part? What about that? Having all the little fiddly connections to all the GSC on the pad, like to have a mount that you can connect to the pad and then connect all, because we know that the deck is going to be water cooled. You can see it right behind you. We know that it's going to need water connections at the very least. We don't know how the BQD looks yet because we haven't seen BQD hardware yet. But point being, it's not just like a inert form that they plug in and set down atop the pad. It needs to be plugged in with pipes and everything and all that. And I'm not saying that's impossible, but what I am saying is it adds complexity. Would you agree or disagree?
Well, yes and no. I mean,
A mobile mount adds complexity.
what factor of complexity are we talking about here, man? Like, you already have a piece of equipment that's going to try and spin start 33 or 20 engines.
Fair.
Like,
That's
what
fair.
are we talking about here? Is it that much more complicated to just have to plug it in every once in a while? To be fair, dude, like, I don't.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think that it's like, oh, they're going to swap it out after every launch, or like a mobile launcher like SLSs or the shuttle or Saturn V. It's something that I think they're building it in a way where they could take it apart if they really need to, relatively quick. It's not like OLM-A, which is basically cemented to the ground. Like that's not going. You got to slap the top. That ain't going nowhere, right?
This baby can launch so many starships.
Exactly. Yeah. They're
Slaps hood.
slaps the hood of OLM. You can launch so many starships from
Slaps
this
the
bad boy.
BQD hood. Yeah, that's perfect.
And the funny thing is that you can reduce complexity here too. Like if the mobile launcher, like at 39A or previously at 39A, 39B, the water pipes just basically go up and they set the ML down on the water pipes, and that's it. They just set it down on it. So it's just like a quick disconnect. Well, what's like a launcher quick disconnect, I guess. I mean, not the fuel lines. The fuel lines are hooked up with a hose, right?
Right.
But still, like SpaceX could get that done pretty quick.
I hear you.
So
the other thing, really quick, Ryan. The other thing I will say, and this is more wishy-washy, so bear with me. Just driving past it on Highway 4, and because you just came here. It
she's
is
a beast.
Battleship. It's not even a tank. It's a battleship of a structure. Same as the launch mount for Pad A. And just looking at it, would you just look at it?
Would you just look at it?
Just looking at it, it
Just
really
look at it.
does seem like it would be a huge pain to move. And more than that, it really does seem like SpaceX has taken everything that they've learned,
Right.
perhaps for a second or third time, because they already had to learn it with Falcon 9.
Yes.
And applied that to this pad. The water-cooled deck, seeing how the trench is built, and you can see the pilings in the flyover footage that we're going to have on Monday. Just everything. We're going to talk more about Starship.
Everything.
Ryan, I will let you talk also. But yeah, everything looks like they've learned the lessons they need to learn to make Pad B rapidly launch out of fromable.
Yeah.
You made that really hard, EJ. You made that a really hard statement to get out. I want you to know that, okay? I tried. I tried my best. I don't even know if it made sense. I was just locked eyes with you, like, do not laugh. Do not laugh. Ryan, say some intelligent words so I can mute my mic and make noises that are not appropriate for live air.
Well, for one thing, they're not doing their 20 BQD lovely thing anymore. No, so that's eliminated.
Yeah.
From what we can tell, based off of this new flyover footage, I don't think that Booster QD is even going to be attached to the top of that mount. I think it's going to be off the side and overhang.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore, dude.
But you still think that it's not going to be mobile?
I don't think it's going to be mobile. I think if it was going to be mobile, they would have started building a second one already. I mean, technically they are building a second one. They're building one over at Roberts Road, but It's not like they're gonna roll that thing over to Boca. So
They
yeah,
could, though.
Okay, and Jack's talking while muted.
I said, hey, it wouldn't be the first time.
That's true, but they haven't rolled something like that over to Boca, so not something that heavy. But even the tower sections weren't that heavy. That
Yeah.
mount is probably like 700 tons, and
Right.
they can't really take that thing apart that easily. The entire thing is welded together. Like, you need a plasma cutter and a lot of time.
You're welded together.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
that's what I'm here for. Is my expert commentary. But no, for real though, I don't mean to cut you off. It's not the right meows. How many times do I have to tell you, Kevin? It's not the right meows.
Also, we haven't even talked about the cape yet. Besides the boosters, we haven't talked about anything new.
I think that's Kevin's way of subtly asking us to move on. But we got
How many times do we have to tell you this, old man?
We got through one question of support, so that's how that went really quickly. We are going to talk more about Starship, but that we had to do that. Phil, thank you for the support. Space Pope blesses this trench. Thank you, Space Pope. Every week coming out blessing the trench. Got to make the Futurama reference. The Space Pope. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much, my friend.
There we go. Captain Q, right on schedule, says, EJ, you, Zoidberg, are my favorite NSF host right now. Shh, don't tell the others. Don't tell us what.
Damn.
What?
I didn't hear what they said. What did they say?
No idea.
Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster and leave the maggots on it.
Aravale, what's up, buddy? It was nice meeting you at the Astro Awards. They say, which year do we think will have the most Falcon 9 flights? I'm going to say 2028.
Yeah.
It is going to come a point at which Falcon 9
It's going to be a bell curve,
peaks and Starship starts taking over.
2028.
I could see 2028 because they should have about 5 Starship pads by 2028. So
you
maybe
might not
4 or 5. So
you guys might not like this, but I think 2026 is what peak performance looks like.
I would agree that that's what they want to hit. I don't know that that's what they will hit.
I was going to say 27 because, again, like you said, there will be probably 5 pads up by 28, but you need to get to that point. So once they have the 5 pads, it's all in on Starship for the most part. So I feel like 27 is going to be the year of the Falcon.
Oh, $1, Bob. All right, next. Decade is asking, if you could humor me, I have a trivia question for y'all. Common core boosters and common booster cores were used for which rockets? Common core boosters and common booster cores. Is that Delta 4? Is that Delta?
I know the answer to this.
For sure.
I know the answer to this.
EJ, go.
Okay, so CBCs were used on Delta 4 and CCBs were used on Atlas 5.
Hey.
Yep.
Nice work.
Thank you.
That's why we love you. Astro Knucklehead, we love you
cookie.
too.
It's cookie.
Thank you for gifting a Red Team membership. Fun fact, at the FOB this morning, they had giant heart-shaped cookies that were so fresh and delicious. Mwah.
At the what?
FOB. Forward
What's
Operator.
the FOB?
You mean no?
What? FOB? Should I be saying FOB?
It's not a.
No, I genuinely didn't know what that meant.
You mean?
No, I think I'm committing an aviation faux pas in front of Ryan.
That's not a what?
Yeah, if only we had an aircraft mechanic or something here, you know.
You mean like the MRO or whatever I don't know.
Leave it to Ryan.
Like the FBO?
Yeah, I'm
leave it to Ryan to ruin my happy cookie moment. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. The FBO is what it's actually called, which I'm assuming is like signature or something along
base
those lines
operator.
there.
All right, fine.
Yes, FBO is the building before you get on a plane.
Yeah.
All right. I thought it was FOB. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Overcaffeinating
that's like
makes
a
me
military thing, forward operating base.
That's a private aviation thing.
What? You would have FOBs when you're doing aerial reconnaissance.
Yeah.
All I know is I have aviation friends in California that call it that when they go to different ones and they say this is a good one, that's a bad one. Don't go to that when they have bad hamburgers or whatever it is.
That's because they're from California.
Moving right along, Mock Diamonds, thank you for gifting a Red Team membership. Astro Joe, thank you for gifting a Red Team membership. I'm suddenly filled with a burning white-hot hate for all of my co-hosts. Turtle Sanctuary, thank you.
That may just be the caffeine.
Turtle Serial Sanctuary, thank you for the super chat. Say, I believe Yorkshire Coast is the best coast because it launched NSF. Not wrong. Steve
Led-
Kalovic, thank you for the support. They say, Jack, have you had Berkshire bacon? If not, thank me later. I have not. I'll thank you later. And Mikey LCR, thank you for gifting 10 red team membership. Cool. Next topic. How about that? How about we do that?
That's
Sure.
fine with me.
Yeah, why not?
Sawyer, tell us about moonlanders.
So moonlanders are these things that launch and land on the moon.
You don't
All
say.
All right, we'll talk
All right,
about.
we're done now. You're good.
All right, next topic. So, EJ, tell us about what's going on with the expansion at Roberts Road.
All
No,
right.
we're joking here.
Before I do
Anyway.
that, we'll go to Sawyer.
Yes. Take a look at this awesome video that we have here of a time lapse
man.
of Firefly's blue ghost as it leaves Earth behind. Is that not absolutely stunning? We had a short course correction burn about a week ago now at this point,
Dude.
using the RCS that they had on board. And you want to talk about ridiculously impressive. They believe that they got it so perfect that they do not need their second planned mid-course correction burn. They think they nailed it pretty much dead on the first try. For those who know orbital mechanics, especially talking, 250,000 miles away, that's not easy to do. So, I mean, shout out to the team at Firefly for that accuracy. And I really hope that that accuracy is there when they go for the actual lunar landing itself.
Yeah, not only not easy to do, but also not easy to do for a private company. Like it's hard to do for a government. It's also like dang near unprecedented for a private company. So remarkable in that sense as well. Please, Sawyer, I interrupted you like the jerk I am at heart. Please continue.
No, it's fine. And keep in mind, this is just to help. It's doing a slow, gradual increase of its orbit. So it was doing the checkout systems, basically getting everything online. Then it did this burn. Now it's doing the full checkout of everything on board that they need to do while they're still around Earth. And then in a couple of weeks, that's when they will do the actual TLI burn, the trans-lunar injection burn, where they go from the Earth to the moon. So also a great series. But yeah, so that is where they are at currently with it while they work on the systems checkout. They're also testing out a whole bunch of new cool cameras, not just for to see the landing itself, but to see like engine interaction with the actual regolith on the surface of the moon as it goes. I mean, it's awesome. I love this mission. And yeah, about that patch, that's the same one I have here. Just saying.
Flex.
Of course it's a flex. But if you remember, there were two vehicles. Oh boy. If you remember, there were two vehicles on that particular Falcon 9 going to the moon. The second one, as we were talking about Hakuto R, was Hakuto R2. R2D2, I guess.
Isn't it
but yeah.
M2?
You've been waiting all stream to say that, haven't you?
Of course I have. You know that.
Oh, man. Continue.
Anyway, so yes, that one, which shared a ride with Blue Ghost, is now on its way. It's also been snapping some pictures as it works its way around. They did confirm that one of the payloads, the Deep Space Radiation Probe, is already sending back data. So at this point, they're already getting stuff before they even get to the surface of the moon. But that's a good sign that the communications is working and that hopefully Japan's company iSpace will also land on the moon again with Hakuto R2.
Awesome. More lunar landers, more better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an exciting time. And by the way, I should mention, we're not done with lunar landers. But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll also get a free Intuitive Machines 2 launch. Which, yeah, IM2. You probably remember IM1 where there was some issues, shall we say, with covers not being removed before flight that should have been removed before flight.
Yeah, it wasn't their fault. That was the range's fault. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're trying again with the next one, which is IM2. That one is currently scheduled to launch the end of next month sometime. So we're about a month away from another awesome lunar lander. Athena will be on her way.
I like the sound of that. I like the sound of it. I'm looking at chat. Chat, do you not have any questions about moon landers? Spirit Wolf literally just asked about me in a kilt and a kayak. Can we moonlanders? Is really like you want to know about that? You don't want to know about moonlanders?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm here for.
I gotta.
Well,
I gotta
and
go.
puns. I'm here for
I gotta
puns.
go.
No, you don't.
Sorry,
No, you
Leica. Okay, maybe I don't gotta
Hey!
go. Hi.
This is animal abuse.
Baby. Who's a good baby?
I gotta say, there's another stream that I watch regularly, totally unrelated, not sponsored. Shout out Kip on the Ground, flight sim streamer, who stole one of my Bork coins, but he has a coin that anytime the dog barks, he can actually redeem it for a coin. So do we need a Bork coin for Leica?
Likeys!
She's a good girl.
Hello, Likeys!
I love the Leica voice, by the way, EJ.
Oh yeah, no, I got you.
Good doggo.
Look at that doggo.
Now, where's Jake when you need
Who's
him?
got an insane face? Do you have insane face? All right, let's do more Flame Trench. Moonlanders, am I right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, baby.
Moon and landers. And
Hey, calm
I'm
down,
just
Chris
landing
and
things
Chad.
on
It's
it.
not a horse, okay?
I'm waiting for Kevin to cut
Not
away.
a horse.
Kevin's not cutting away. Who's
Of
your
course
good
not. We
girl?
want to see Leica.
Who's your good baby?
It stinks there's that other guy on the screen, but we want to see Leica.
Hey, it's a package deal, all right? If you want to Leica, you also must yak.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put up with the yak.
All right, that's plenty of dog. Do we have any more Moonlander talk? Let me see if we have any questions. All right, baby. Okay.
Actually, just on a quick side note, Firefly has been giving some pretty awesome updates. They're giving weekly updates to the Blue Ghost mission. If you like after the Flame Trench, if you guys want to check that out, like if you go to their YouTube channel, they have awesome updates. I actually learned a ton from the last update that they did. They have passive radiator systems on the lander that's designed to keep it cold in space, but keep it warm on the moon. And actually, throughout the lunar day and lunar night, it can do vice versa. They're passive systems that basically open and close with temperature. So, like when the thing gets hotter, the radiators open up, and when it gets colder, they contract. Like it does this automatically. It's just I'm assuming they're using some type of like spring or like memory metal or something. But they do talk in a lot of detail about that. Oh, sweet. We got the B-roll. Nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Oh,
that
there-
B-roll. Do you need lunar landers? We got that B-roll. Do you need Starship? We got that B-roll. Do you need Rock? We got that B-roll. Do you need Virgin Orbit? We got that B-roll. Do you need Virgin Galactic? We got that B-roll. Do you need Falcon 9? We got that B-roll. Do you need Delta 4 Heavy? We got that B-roll.
I need it. No.
But
Their
if you
lander,
order
your
now,
lander, my lander, everyone's lander. No,
I ruined everybody's brain this week. I'm so sorry.
that's okay.
the brain rot is real.
I mean, we were already there. So
Oh God. What were we talking about? Moon, huh?
Moonlanders.
Actually, the other thing that they talked about in this thing is it's in this episode that you guys are seeing right now. They talked about their thrusters. How you guys were talking about the burn a little bit earlier to reel us back in and actually talk about rockets for a second. They were really, really precise with those burns. They made those thrusters. It's not an off-the-shelf thing. They actually produced them themselves, and on the first try, they worked. They worked just fine, which is actually pretty dang impressive for a first attempt.
It is, and it's a big deal
Yep.
company-wise, right? Like we've heard Rocket Lab talk a lot about how they are a space systems company in addition to a launch provider. Like they'll also make you a gyroscope or what have you. So if other companies can sort of follow suit in a similar way, I'm not saying they're copying or anything, but it makes sense. If you're already building rockets and spacecraft, then you have expertise building things and providing components to other companies that want to build and launch things, and you can potentially find it as lucrative or maybe even a more lucrative market in that than launching stuff into space itself. So really neat to see these thrusters do their thing, because who knows what applications they'll be useful for in the future.
I mean, yeah, dude, for sure. The other thing is that like Firefly, this is a first attempt for them. Like they just seemingly just kind of cooked up this lunar lander, and it's working really, really well. That's it's like you guys are saying, that's not easy to do. Like, question, hello, plan A, question, not easy to do. Lewis, you crashed the car. Oh, sorry. it's super impressive, and the fact that they're giving these update videos is a lot of time for them to talk about their lander and how they're going about engineering it. And it's actually super awesome. I'm very, very, very happy for them. That's really cool. Not that I'm not happy for like Astrobotic or Intuitive Machines or anybody else. I personally like Intuitive Machines a lot too. Because
Astrobotic's cool as well. Like, I mean,
right?
all of these companies coming up are doing such cool things, and we are all so dang here for it. Especially when they're as open as Firefly has been, or like for example, perfect example, Boom. You know, putting out these update videos, getting people hyped, getting into the nitty gritty detail, not being afraid to do that. So many companies don't understand. Like, you can't just give the canned PR, and then like that's why we do what we do, is because so many companies get it wrong, and because we want to actually have good coverage that's out there. So it's cool to see companies get it right.
Oh yeah.
You know, like sometimes, you know, some casts, you know, when they, you know, trying to tell you that they have problems, they explain that, you know, when they have problems, the mission control team's job is to, you know, look at that problem and then solve that problem.
Right. Some streams, the count isn't even real, really.
Do you ever have a dream where you dream and
You could launch so much that you could do anything.
You can launch anything. I love it. I love it.
SpaceX,
All right.
probably.
questions? Lunar
Zan-
lander questions.
Sawyer, who's the host here? Come on. I know I've been gone for a couple weeks, but like, come
I
on.
nominate
Yeah, I was
Sawyer
hosting
for
last
host.
week. Come
Come on,
on.
dude. Come on, buddy. Come on.
I
Stay in your lane. Come on.
Excuse me. My wheels are too wide to stay in one lane. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
I was really hoping I would prompt a joke with that one.
Of course, you knew that was coming.
Yeah, no, that
Come
was the reason
on.
I said it. That was the
Sawyer,
entire.
you're rolling all over his toes right now. This is ridiculous.
Oh.
Ba-dum-ts. We're gonna need a ba-dum-ts sound effect at some point. Let's do some questions. Xander the Space Nerd asking, who will land first? That's not Kevin.
Still don't even get why we're using that one.
We need a room shot.
Kevin, why are you the way you are?
But I have a drum set over here if we want to.
Just do a quick sample.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think
The guitar wasn't coming through earlier, which if
Yeah,
you saw the pre-show because you're a member, then you saw that, but otherwise we can't. We do need to pipe that in some week. At some point. It's a beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful machine. Talk about empathy for the machine. Think of all the feelings that have been expressed through that beautiful piece of hardware.
I must axe you to play it.
All right, I'll allow it. All right, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Shut up. Who's landing first? IM2 or Blue Ghost?
I do believe
one's taking a long time to get there, one's not, if memory serves, because ion thrusters, but that's the extent of my knowledge. Somebody else start talking now. Go.
you guys want to talk about orbital mechanics?
I
All
love
yours,
orbital
VJ.
mechanics. It's so counterintuitive and delightful. Please tell us more. That's terrifying.
Whoa.
God, with the smile. Blink, sir.
No, I'm in a staring
There's no
contest
weeping
with chat.
angels.
I'm gonna win.
Tell us about orbital mechanics while we're
Okay,
terrified
when
of
Kevin
you.
zooms out. All right, cool, we're good. So both of these landers are taking what's called a low energy. They're doing low energy transfers, and they're both utilizing orbital phasing to an
You're
extent.
utilizing orbital. No, I'm sorry. Continue.
In Kerbal, yeah, all the time. Yeah, in Kerbal that happened. Yeah, you're not wrong. So actually in Blue Ghost Update 2, they talk about the phasing. They talk about the phasing using rubber ducks. No, I'm not kidding. So one's going to get there a little bit earlier than the others because the amount of energy that the amount of energy that's taken during the orbit. So when you're going to translunar injection, there are multiple ways to get there. Some ways actually cost more delta V than other ways, right? If you're going to go on a high energy transfer, right, you're looking at something more like Apollo, where they that is about as close as we get to point at the moon and fire your rocket engine and brute force 45 metric tons of lander and meat bag and CSM to the moon, and then, you know, when you get near the moon, hit the brakes and then stop and capture, right? That is the highest, that's the most delta V intense, the way to do it. You're probably going to need like 4 to 5 kilometers a second delta V to do something like that. Now, just in case anybody, the quick primer, delta V is change in velocity. That's the range of a spacecraft, how far it can go. rocket's range is not measured in distance; it's measured in acceleration. So, I mean, I like things that go fast. So
You can think of delta V as like the gas you have in the tank, sort
Yeah.
of, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, for the most part. So when you have more fuel, you can afford to do a higher energy transfer. I mean, but then again, you need a bigger rocket if you're going to go on a high energy transfer towards the moon. Blue Ghost and Hakuto both launched on a Falcon 9, actually at the same time. They were kind of one on top of the other. And the Blue Ghost mission is on a higher energy transfer because it is a slightly bigger lander than Hakuto RM2. So what this thing is going to do, Falcon 9 basically put it in a high apogee, low perigee orbit that was close to it's close to a full TLI burn, but it's not the full thing. So what the lander's going to do is it's going to circle Earth a couple of times, and it's going to utilize, using orbital phasing, it's going to utilize the Oberth effect. And at perigee, it's going to accelerate. And when you accelerate at the low point of your orbit, your perigee, it pushes your apogee higher. So eventually, they're going to use these tiny little thrusters on Blue Ghost to push the highest part of the orbit higher and higher and higher and higher till the highest part of the orbit kind of crosses the moon's path, and then it's going to follow that. That's the translunar injection, or TLI. But this is lower energy, right? And then when it gets near the moon, right, it's going to soar out there. When it gets near the moon's gravity will pull it in, and when it gets near Paracynthian or Paraloon, lowest point in a lunar orbit, it'll do the same thing but turn in the opposite direction. And eventually, it'll on its first burn, it's going to capture the moon. And then they'll just phase it again and again and again and move that orbit closer to a circularization around the moon. There you go. And then they'll eventually land from there. Right? This right here is a low energy transfer. It's not like Apollo where you just point at the moon and go. That's a higher energy transfer. These lower energy transfers are preferable because they actually cost less delta V because you can use more of the moon's gravity to pull you in. With the other ones, you're going too fast for the moon's gravity to perturb you as much if we really want to get technical, right? But this is also the type of orbit that you use when life support systems are not a constraint here. There's no meat bags on board. So you can afford to just spend time out in space, right? This is why it launched 2 weeks ago? And it's going to take another 2 weeks to get there. Whereas the Apollo missions got out there in 3 days, right? But once again, here's the difference. This lunar lander launched on just a Falcon 9 with another lunar lander. The Apollo missions launched on the big boy Saturn V, and that, it's a much bigger rocket than a Falcon 9, right? So this one is Blue Ghost is going to use orbital phasing. Once again, a lower energy transfer. Hakuto R is an even lower energy transfer. Hakuto R, if math is serving me left, if I'm remembering right, or left, is using a ballistic lunar transfer. Basically shooting this thing out there. They're going to phase just like Blue Ghosts, but they're going to put themselves into a type of orbit where they're basically just floating out there for a really long period of time, and then the moon's going to come by and collect the spacecraft, basically. It's called the ballistic lunar transfer. That takes even longer than the low energy transfer, the low energy phasing transfer that Blue Ghost is using. So once again, shout out to Falcon 9 for launching two lunar landers on completely different lower energy transfers to the moon and being totally successful at it, and it's not being a big deal at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Hakuto is on a lower ballistic lunar transfer, right? And Blue Ghost is using low energy phasing. Sorry, that was a long response. I know.
No, that is
answer, and we didn't even answer the actual question.
Which one's getting there first?
IM2 was the other one. Because IM2, if we're talking about Intuitive Machines 1, that one from the time of launch to the time of landing was 7 days.
Oh, I think they meant between Hakuto and Blue Ghost, which is getting there first. Or did I misread the question?
That's what I thought. That's why I mentioned it that way.
I could have swore the question said IM2.
Was it IM2?
Either way, I loved your answer. And it's exactly what I wanted to know.
Hang on, I'm going, yes. Here's the question. Who will land first, IM2 or Blue Ghost?
Whoops. I liked your answer, EJ. It was a good answer.
Still
I
good
liked
answer.
it.
Still good answer.
Okay. All right. I can answer that too. This answer will not be as long. because IM-2 is using a similar type of it's using a slightly higher energy burn than Blue Ghost is. Blue Ghost is still going to get there first. I'm pretty sure. Blue Ghost is scheduled to get there in the 3rd week of February, if I'm remembering right. That's when IM-2 is launching. I believe Blue Ghost is going to get there on the 26th, and IM-2 is scheduled on the 24th. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure those are the right numbers. I may have gotten it backwards. I might be just random number. 3. Anyway, 42.
The thrust is 3? I don't think I've said the thrust is 3 on stream in a long time.
So I still think that Blue Ghost is going to get there first, despite IM2 having a slightly higher transfer.
Makes sense. All right, cool.
I got the Alex Award. Yes.
Nice.
Crispy. That's number way.
That's number way. Nice. Reference acknowledged. Ryan, say whatever it is you're dying to say. Go.
I was gonna make the reference. It's not meat bags. It's bags of mostly water. But I had to make the reference.
Also true. Okay, more questions. A lot of people asking where on the moon they're going to land. Like, for example, John here asking, where are the 2 landers going to land?
Totally not Googling it now, I swear.
No, I already did while you were talking. That's why I really enjoyed your long answer. Hakuto R is landing in Mare Frigoris, which is in the northern hemisphere. Blue Ghost is landing Mare Crisium, which is also sort of northeastern quadrant of the northern hemisphere. So there you go. Both northern hemisphere. And we have somebody else asking, let's see, where did it go? Badger 57 is asking, are these just lunar landers, i.e. fixed point, or are they rover capable? Will any information they relay be useful to Starship? I'll take the Starship one really quick. Is it, I think it's Hakuto? Or no, it's Blue Ghost. One of the two has some science on it that's going to study the plume impingement on the lunar regolith, which is really important for landing.
Blue Ghost.
Okay, thank you. It's really important for landing anything on the moon. We need to understand how plume impingement on the lunar regolith happens and how serious of an effect it is, because you could, in theory, be throwing little pebbles and stuff into lunar orbit and then creating a debris cloud that you then have to deal with, or any number of issues. So that alone. But rover, who wants to take that one? Is there any rovers going on here? I suspect there is. Sawyer, I'll let you go. EJ, I'll let you rest your voice. Sawyer, go ahead.
In terms of rovers, yes, Hakuto R is bringing a rover to the surface, and I hope everyone's ready to start blasting Ace of Spades, because the rover is called Tenacious.
Nice.
It was Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Ace of Spades is a Motorhead song.
Shoot.
Greatest song in the world.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yes. Oddly enough, for a private Japanese company, it was actually built in Luxembourg. But yes, so that is going to be a really tiny. I mean, it's small. I think it's 5 kilograms, like 10-ish pounds. So it's really small. But yes, that will be roving around, blasting other hard rock music then, as it blasts through rocks.
Master Exploder.
I don't know.
Wait, no.
I give up. I quit. Goodbye, everybody.
Wait, nice. They could be blasting Master Exploder, but it's probably not a good idea with a spacecraft.
Yeah, yikes.
Tribute. The metal.
You. Thank you.
I got you, chat.
Oh no, my chat crashed. I can't see people yelling at me.
Nam is asking EJ, what type of Ford truck are you building?
59 F100. It's already built. It's already built. I'm between projects right now.
Nice. One of my producing teachers in film school was like, if you're ever freelancing and you're looking for work and someone asks you what you're doing and you don't have a job, make sure you don't say you don't have a job. Say you're between projects. Very diplomatic. Let's see. All4LX is asking, what is the circuit board behind EJ from?
That is Turbo Encabulator X2.
Yeah, you can see the Novatronians right there.
Yeah, exactly. So
sinusoidal motion.
Yeah. The part over here is for sinusoidal repleneration. This thing, the square hole right there.
Where exactly does it encabulate?
Well, it encabulates mostly in this area right here. The latter consisted simply of 7 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes so fitted to the ambificient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling is effectively prevented.
You really have to prevent that side fumbling.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, don't worry though. This part right here can sometimes be employed with a drawn reciprocating dingle arm to reduce more sinusoidal repleneration.
Gotta have the dingle arm.
Yeah.
Chris in chat, NASA Spaceflight says, I did notice the side fumbling has been eliminated.
Yep. Yep.
I'm a child. Oh man. No, that is an aerial photo that I took today of Starbase. Mary and I did a flyover today. After this show, perhaps even during the post show, so if you want to watch that process a little bit, I'm going to be dumping a whole bunch of photos for members. I know Mary's been working hard on member photos as well. So if you want to see the photo behind EJ, the photo behind me, and a whole bunch more that are coming down the pipe, then make sure you are membered up. Perhaps even at Capcom level and above, so you can see us look at the stuff on the post show. What do you guys think? You want to look at stuff on the post show?
Yes.
I'm good. Okay.
All right, cool.
But, we did 2 flyovers. Not only did we do a flyover of Starbase, we also did a flyover of Cape Canaveral and the surrounding area, including places like Roberts Road.
Slayer, I'm no longer going to call you Sawdog or Sawbies. I'm now going to call you Captain Segway. Captain Segway, please take it away.
No, you're the host.
Wait, don't you want to be the host, though?
I'm not even on screen now, so I can't even talk. But
yeah,
okay.
Well,
we got some exciting stuff on that. Ryan, why don't you tell us about what's going on over at Roberts Road now with Gigabay?
Yeah, so SpaceX has we finally got something from the FAA. I guess it's a better way to put that. Basically stating the location and height of Gigabay at not Starbase, Roberts Road. It's going to be it's total height of 388 feet, so it's about 118 meters, give or take. So I don't even remember what the height of the mega bays are off the top of my head. I think they're about 100 or so. So they're going to be even taller, which they kind of need to be in order to make the Block 3 boosters that they plan on making at some point here. And it's basically the size of it, depending on the layout and everything they have about, if they were to use 2 transfer aisles, they would have space for 28 separate stations for vehicles, whether it's turntables or workstations, give or take. I mean, it's a kind of an approximate on that. So that's a massive upgrade over 5, which currently is Mega Bay 1 currently has 2 turntables, but it really only has 1 for construction
and a microphone.
Plus turbo. Oh, you beat me to I wish we were on screen right then, because I literally lunged for the mute button like must stay stupid, and by the time I was like clicking it, oh god,
nailed it.
Where it's at. Turntable. All right, continue.
But anyways, it's a massive upgrade in production and maintenance capacity. This might only be the first one. They might even make a second. And then not only that, there's a idea of what it might be with like two transfer aisles going through it. It's going to be huge. And then it's going to be integrated into the Star Factory, which I'm going to assume the factory down there is going to be like 1.5 million to 2 million square feet or more of factory floor space. The one in Boca right now is 1 million. So you're talking, I mean, I don't even know how many vehicles they'd be able to pump out of this this facility once it's complete. It's going to be a while though. Until a finished factory and Gigabay or even a second Gigabay there, we're probably still talking into 2027 when it'll all be said and done, and even longer till it's all kitted out. But either way, it's incredibly cool to see the advancements that they're making. Right. And it's been a long time coming to see them build this new production facility at Boca. It's been a long time coming because we've seen it in Boca, and I just cannot wait to see it down there. It's gonna be awesome.
You know, even just the Star Factory in Boca, it feels to me sized beyond what would be necessary strictly for Artemis. And then when you combine that with what they're building at Roberts Road, it really is one of those things where it's like you can see the seeds to SpaceX actually being able to at least produce the amount of hardware that they need to send literally hundreds of starships per Mars transfer window to Mars. Like, they are actively sowing the ground for that harvest that they want to reap, however down the line, if I can just horribly butcher that analogy. But yeah, it's remarkable. It's a remarkable thing to see, and it's, it's like, it's almost like looking into our futures as like in terms of what we do here at NSF. It's like, well, that's a good 2 years of coverage right there, is flying over KSC and finding all the things we can find, including progress on the Gigabay and the new factory. Like, it's really cool.
There's 24 flyovers that have an angle.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of so if my guess is they're going to do the same thing at Starbase, which that Gigabay can fit where the Stargate building, high bay, and the current parking lot is, the parking garage, I mean. So you can fit a Gigabay there, but my guess is they will also knock down Megabay 1 and 2 and either integrate the whole thing with Star Factory. So you're talking, say you're looking at the Starship program in 2028, 2030, you're looking at 2 full factories with maybe 3 to 4 million square feet of factory floor space, 2 to maybe 3 gigabays with stands / turntable capability of 60 vehicles or more, 90 vehicles if they make 3 gigabays. And then 5 to, let's say LC-49 happens, you're talking 5 to 10 or 11 pads for just one rocket system. And that's going into the 2030s. And that'll be powering Starlink, tanker flights to the moon, orbital construction, Mars, and beyond. It's like, what? It's the infrastructure is nuts.
It really is.
I want this.
I want this future.
Yes.
Fellas, if I may, I have a thing about this. So
you mayn't. Moving on. No, please. You stole my joke. I wanted to say 2 turntables and a microphone, but you said it first. No, please.
Bottles and cans.
I don't remember the next line. Look, I like Beck as much as the next guy. I don't remember the next line. I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3 putzes. You should change the name of the show from Flame Trench to 3 putzes.
That means 0 putts, dude. I don't know what you're doing here.
No, I wouldn't be a part.
Oh, because Ryan. Oh, crap. Crap. Just talk. Say smart things. Let's move on.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to do it, clearly.
Ryan, you were talking about all these stations here. The Gigabay has 28, 29 stations. Now, fellas, what do you think they're going to use the Gigabase for? I'm just curious. Let's go. Jack, I don't mean to take over the hosting thing here, but let's go around the horn. What do you think they're going to use these things for? Ryan, what do you think?
So layout wise, so if you go with 1 transfer aisle, you then have to double stack the so basically you'll have 1 aisle down the middle, and then you'd have to double stack on both sides, whether it's turntables or things. So my guess is at least 2 transfer aisles. That would be my assumption. So 2 transfer aisles, maybe 1 side ship, 1 side booster, or maybe 2/3 ship, 1/3 booster, because they're going to need to build more ships than boosters.
Yeah, if you think about it, they have to build more second stages for Falcon 9 than they do Falcon 9 boosters. Well, kind of the same thing with ship.
It's more with ship. It's like, okay, well, you have tanker ships, you have crewed ships, you have cargo ships, you have Starlink ships, you have HLS ships, and other variants we haven't even thought of. So you have all those different types. So you'll have to configure the bay to build more ships and maintain more ships than boosters, but you still need to be able to maintain it. So you have to set up I would guess maybe 4 or 5 turntables for ships, and 3 to 4 turntables for boosters, maybe 6 turntables for ships, and then the rest is just work stands that you can finish your vehicles on. So you put your press pipes, your engines, your raceways, whatever, finish off heat shields, and then also on those you have access to the whole vehicle, so you can repair the heat shields, swap engines out, do repairs, do inspections, all that kind of stuff on all your different work stands, and that's how you have it set up in all the bays that you need. Now there's that, But what I want to know also is, what are you going to do about storage?
That's what I'm getting at,
Okay,
Ryan.
but I don't
Yep.
think the gigabays will be storage. I think they're going to have to build a whole separate set of something for storage, unless they're okay just keeping them outside.
At that point, I mean, I feel like you're going to have storage at the launch pads, be able to bring them back to the Gigabay or whatever, do any necessary repairs, roll them back out, and kind of like they do now, where they do the final flight preparations inside the HIF, the horizontal integration facility. There's a couple boosters hanging out in each of those. It's not like there's just one for that specific mission. I could see something like a type of VIF, I guess, out at the pads to be able to support all of these, or out near the a catch tower, have a whole array of them just sitting there waiting, and when you're ready for it, you bring it to Roberts Road for refurbishment, and then out to the pad for launch.
Now, the nice thing about a storage bay is, compared to your servicing bays when your construction bay, which you need work stands on, you need work stands, work platforms, bridge cranes. The storage bay, all you need is a bay like the original high bay or the original mega bay was, and you literally just roll it in with a transport stand and park it. Which, that's a lot of transport stands you're going to need if you're going to store a lot of vehicles. Like that's a lot of transport stands.
I think Kevin's hinting at maybe a place to be able to store
Here's
them.
the thing, though. Here's the thing. If Artemis still stays the way it is, they can't use it because none of the high bays are open anymore. As much as I would love that for storage, none of the high bays are open anymore. We had talked about that before. It would be so cool to, because they could, even if they took high bay 1, they could store like 6 boosters in there.
Yeah, I forgot what flame trench it was, but we talked about this like at length, like we broke it down.
Yeah.
I think you broke it down. I shouldn't say we, but let's do some questions, because we do have a bunch of really cool questions about this. You can see, though, I just want to point out while we have this view, thank you, Kevin, for throwing this up there. So the Gigabay that they are going to build at Roberts Road is dramatically bigger than all 3 bays that we see in this shot, correct? Like dramatically bigger.
Yeah, like the 3 bays we see in this shot. So you can't, if you were to add in all of the spots where you can park. So you count the little staging area in the front of the mega bays. I don't count that. I count that as their transfer aisle, I guess.
Right.
So you've got 10 between the two. Technically 10, I guess. Between the two. Well, no, more like 9, because you can't use the front right on Mega Bay 2. But I guess if we either way, we'll just say 10, and then they can put 3 ships into high bay, more or less 3, maybe 4 if they really, really tried hard enough. And so you're looking at 14. That's half what the Gigabay could do.
Yeah, just to give people out there a sense of scale of what's going to be going up in Florida, and I presume at some point in Starbase as well. I mean, I don't think any of us think that the high bay or surrounding facilities like the Stargate building are long for this Earth.
Oh, but high bay is even closer to death from what you saw this week. Jack caught Ship 36 having gotten stacked on its payload bay inside the factory.
All right,
finally, they did that.
Save it. I'm gonna thank some people. We're gonna do some questions, and then we're gonna talk about the stuff that we caught this week in Starbase.
Dude,
okay?
I actually have one more thing to say.
EJ, I will always listen to whatever you have to say, as long as you're not saying something that disagrees with an opinion that I hold. Continue.
That's a lie. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
No, I had a caveat. You were throating while I had my caveat. Go ahead.
Throating. Okay. Okay. So Ryan, we're talking about space inside of these bays, and the reason why I wanted you to answer the question that I just asked you was because, is some of this for storing stuff? Is some of this for building stuff? Is it going to be an assembly line? What are we going to do here? I actually have another interesting theory here, because this thing is pretty big. The Gigabay is pretty big. It's like maybe let's say half the size of the VAB, right? Now, This is more of a structural engineering question, so it might not be in your warehouse, but just something to turn around in your head, I guess. You know, if you look at the gigabay, or not the gigabay, you look at the high bays and the mega bays right here, right? They're utilizing a flying buttress. That's all that. All those
You're
beams
utilizing a flying buttress. I'm
Oh
sorry.
God, I knew
You're a
you would do
flying
that.
buttress.
It's like Notre Dame, right? It's like Notre Dame uses those, right?
A football team?
No, no. Why do I even try?
No, Notre Dame does. The cathedral utilizes flying buttresses. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Point of reference the audience might understand.
There you go. So with this gigabay, are we going to use flying buttresses like that? I'm not sure you can use that specific style that they're using for the megabays for a building that huge. So we're talking about an internal structure now, right? So it's going to be like the VAB. It's going to look nice and clean on the outside. It's not going to have all these buttresses. You shake. Okay, you were nodding your head. All right, cool. Keep in mind, like if they're using an internal structure, what this building looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a little bit of a different design because you're not going, dude. I don't think you can build a flying buttress building that big in Florida. I mean, I don't think you could in Texas either, for what it's worth. But is this going to have internal structure like the VAB or any other large integration building that's down on the Cape? There's almost nothing that's utilizing flying buttresses. I just like saying flying buttresses a lot. I'm not going to lie to you.
You do.
Couldn't
I
tell.
can tell.
But right, that could kind of influence the way this thing is made, right? Like you're going to have less spots for transfer aisles if you're using an internal structure, but you might have to use an internal structure. That's all.
I'm thinking it'll have an internal wall right down the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Right between the two transfer aisles. Right now,
that's what I'm thinking.
Can they move back and forth?
Yeah, with a building that big, I don't think they're going to do the same design. I think it'll be an entirely new design, new setup. It's gonna look completely different. That's my idea, and they're gonna have an internal wall, but that'll basically split it in half or something like that. That's my guess.
Now, another thing to consider. Well, the VAB has 4 high bays in it that are like this. Also, VAB has 4 high bays like this, and then there's a transfer aisle going through the center, right? So they roll rockets in from the side, and then they can move them out to the 4 high bays. They don't do it anymore. They never did that like once. They've only used one side of the VAB for actually stacking rockets for the last like 50 years, which is
don't remind me.
Annoying. Right?
They've only used one side once. They've only used the other side once.
Yep. For what was it, Apollo 10?
I think it was 10 because you had I think you had 3 Saturn V's in that. I think almost 2. I think you had 3 almost in there at once. But yeah, I think it was 8 and 9 and 10. I think. But either way, yeah, they could do it that way where you basically take like 4 mega bays and plus them together or something like that.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
Don't say plus. Don't say
whatever.
Plus.
Well,
merge them together. Is that better?
Yeah, merge.
Merge them together. But the one cool thing is this will be also the biggest issue they have with their current bays, and it's one thing that I wish they had solved with Mega Bay 2, but they didn't. Is your fully stacked vehicles and the new sections for your new vehicles enter through the same entrance. It is such a waste, and it needs to change.
Yeah,
and it should change with the new bay design. And yeah, it's such a waste because it's like, all right, if you want to stack a vehicle, you also can't move one out.
Yeah, if you look at the flow of the Star Factory, even it's like stuff starts on one side, on the office side of the Star Factory, and it moves in a linear flow until it gets to the door, then it goes out the door into the base. Like you want things to be linear as much as possible in sort of an assembly line context, right?
They're trying, yeah, exactly, Jack. That's what I'm getting at. They're trying to make an assembly line, and if you had a center transfer aisle for stacking like thrust sections and barrel segments and common bulkheads and domes and header tanks and stuff, you can build in 4 bays in parallel. See what I'm saying? Like it's not just a linear assembly line like what you're saying. You can, if you split it and you put 2 doors facing south on the Gigabay and 2 doors facing north, and you have your transfer aisle going east-west in the design, and the Star Factory obviously feeding right into the Gigabay, you can stage an entire area for just like small segments of starships or boosters, and then you can Like if 3 engine sections roll off the assembly line, you can put one to the left, you can put one to the right, you can go down,
Heck,
you can build multiple ships all at once. I mean, like you could do that with the line too, but what happens when one ship gets completed and there's 3 uncompleted ships in front of it, right? What are you going to pick it up and move it over them? No.
the other big issue they got to figure out is bridge cranes. So the way they do Mega Bay 1 right now is you've got a turntable on each side. So on the right side, they start stacking.
Sorry.
On the right side, that's where they start stacking the boosters. So they'll stack the LOX tank, and then they literally move the LOX tank over to the center, and then they disconnect that, grab the other bridge crane, move it over to the left, and then they start stacking the methane tank, and then they move it over to there, and then that way. They need to figure out a little bit of a different way with the
Jake, no, I don't care what you're talking about. Jake, it's Jake, everybody. It's Jake.
You asked for him. He's here.
Yay.
I'm trying to point out a Ford truck there, EJ.
No. Somebody, Logic Tab in chat said like Ford invented it. Where I'm getting these ideas are obviously the VAB, but I mean, Ryan, are you familiar with Willow Run in Ipsy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's some local speak right there. That's what I'm talking about. So Ford, guys, I don't know if chat knew this or Jack and Sawyer. I don't know if you guys knew this. You know who made the assembly line that could produce the most amount of planes the quickest is Ford. Ford didn't even make planes, but they were rolling a B-24 off the assembly line like every 10, 20 minutes, something like that. It's something ridiculous.
As well. It was nuts.
I mean, that's also innovation during wartime, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, cost plus contracts do be like that, Sawyer. Anyway, yeah.
Oh God, don't even.
That's right. Willow Run was a cost plus contract. Be jelly. But the point is that Ford took the moving assembly line concept and applied it to airplanes. I think that's really where SpaceX needs to go if they want to complete a Starship every 8 hours. Like that's what he was looking at. That's faster than Everett, Washington, which is one of the biggest airplane factories in the world. That's where Boeing makes 777s. They made 747s there at one point, and they
make a lot of things there.
Yeah, exactly.
That way.
Or at least they assemble Dreamliners there, I think.
Yeah, we're talking faster than Everett. That not as fast as Willow Run, but almost as fast as Willow Run, which is crazy. Like, so that's why I'm thinking like parallel processing. Like you're gonna have you split your line, right? Instead of a linear line, which believe it or not, like Willow Run had 2 B-24 lines in parallel, but their assembly line, so to speak, actually curved a couple of times so they could get the planes to the right spot in the taxiway. But I digress. SpaceX is gonna have to think about that with Starships. Like maybe a linear line is the answer. Maybe a parallel line is the answer.
It looks like a linear line is the answer because if you just look at the way nose cones are set up. So if you go farther towards the office building, you have your header tank jig to where they start installing the header tank, which is and then basically you have the LOX header tank, and then slightly farther in that stand, in that area, they also install the top of the nose cone, which is essentially the top of the LOX header tank. And also in there, they then go over and sleeve the methane header tank with all the COPVs and everything, and then goes to the next station, which is, as they keep going, it's closer and closer to the mega bays, to the bays themselves. They then move to the next station, they install the TPS pins, put all the felt on, do the entire heat shield, and then they move off of that. Then they get the forward flaps installed. They move off of that and then get the payload bay installed now. So that's their linear line with nose cones. We've seen it. My guess is it's the same exact way with the rest of their sections in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Everything starts on the office side of the building and then moves towards the mega bay, getting more and more complete. In fact, there'll be some more member photos that I shot last night that I haven't had time to process yet because flyover was really early this morning. I got a bunch of shots of a bunch of random hardware inside the factory, like through the door. There's like a booster header tank in there. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. I think a ship forward for 36. I got a shot of the label. I spent like an hour and a half, like 2 hours, just all standing there waiting for someone to walk through the exact right door so that I didn't have to shoot, because I'm shooting through the glass of the front door. You can see the door right there by those white trucks on the right side of the bottom right side of the frame. So I had to stand there and wait for someone to go through the exact right door that I was lined up with, so that the door was open, so I could take a picture of the label. And I think I got a sharp one. But
so it
anyways,
wasn't a door then.
it was a what?
It was a jar.
Oh.
All right,
Oh,
I really
God.
need to thank some people. I know Ryan wants to break down the beginning of the universe through modern times in minutia.
I'm kind of
but-
here for it, Jack. I'm not gonna
But
lie.
Let's do it.
I'm
Let's do
gonna
it.
I'm gonna
Leave that
thank
for
some
members.
people. Steve Kalovic, thank you so much for your support of the channel now and always. Always see your name pop up. They say, use AI to make images of EJ in a kilt while on a rocket above Saturn. No, nobody do that. I'm sorry
You
I
can
even
do
read
that.
that out, EJ. I'm sorry.
I don't do no. That's fine. I don't care.
Can
Don't
we
bother me.
transfer the kilt thing to you instead of me? Can we do that?
Well, it's not. It's not as funny because you're Jack. You're Mr. Jack Byer. You have to have a kilt mate.
Why is that funny? I don't
I
understand.
don't
why
know.
that's funny.
Just a heads up, by the
What are
way,
you
guys,
saying? What are you saying? I'm funny? You were like funny to you? You saying I'm some
Yeah.
kind of funny guy?
You really are a funny guy.
By the way, also, I currently can't use my mouse because there's currently a creature on top of it. So
I'm gonna count that
apologies
as
if you need me to click on anything.
I'm gonna count that as a Sawyer flex, and I'm going to steamroll you because we have to finish the port so we can move on.
Do we
Or do you
though?
want to derail about something else? Ryan, what
MJ.
type of palm trees are those in the shot we're looking at? And how many years does it take them to reach maturity and flower and make more palm trees? Is it 8? Is it 17? Did it get longer as the climate changes and we get... Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Timothy Millen, thank you for the support. They say, I haven't heard much about the huge tower at Langley that was built to simulate 1/6 gravity. I love you guys. Does anyone know about the tower at Langley? Thank you, Timothy, for the super chat there.
I know there's a tower there that they use to drop stuff, like drop stuff. Yeah, that's the end of the sentence.
Caesar G in chat says sable palms. Yeah, sorry, Timothy. I don't. Maybe ask again if we covered like NASA facilities on a flame trench. Or
Yeah, I'll
something.
have to look up and do some research on it too.
We'll have done our research. Parker, thank you for the support. They say started stream late, catching up. Overcaffeinated Jack at 2x is approaching combustion instability. Also, Astro Awards Jack was awesome, as everyone was I met. Love this community. Go Team Space. Heck
Jack,
yeah, man.
Were you wearing an orange tracksuit with a cowboy hat at the Astro Awards?
I was really hoping. We could get through the whole show
That's not
without
happening.
somebody bringing this up, because I was
It's
pretty
the flame
sure.
trench. Of course, we're gonna
I
bring
was
it up.
pretty sure if somebody brought it up, that meant that Kevin was going to have to find the tweet and put it on screen, which I really don't want him to do because I looked awful. But
I'd
yes,
say you looked quite dapper.
Yes, EJ, I was wearing orange parachute pants with my classic orange hoodie.
Yeah.
And a cowboy hat
amazing.
recommended by
this is
none
awesome.
other than our very own Brady Kingston. And I'll have you know, I polled a good number of reputable space creators at the Astro Awards and was like, hat? No hat? I don't know. I feel kind of weird about the hat.
There it is.
Everybody
There
said
you
hat.
go.
Everybody said hat. So I take no responsibility for the hat. I was merely succumbing to peer pressure.
Kevin,
Yeah,
you got to
that's-
zoom in.
No, you don't have to. Astro Awards
Yes,
is a
he
good
does.
time. Hey, can we finish support? Let's finish support. How about that? Anyways, moving right along. Anonymous, thank you for grabbing the Flight 7 patch. They say they're a huge fan of Starship. What?
Orange Jack, good chat.
You know,
Bunch of people saying, "Boy, George."
I don't always go full orange, but when I do, you know it's going to be a good time. And I would like to point out my watch band is orange. I'm wearing an Apple Watch
Full orange?
Ultra 2, which has orange accents.
He's
And
orange.
I would
It's
like to point
orange.
out that my
It's
shoes
orange.
also have orange accents. So yes, I'm orange.
Color coordination
Can
with
why,
Jack.
you guys keep baiting me into this. Stop it. Timothy Millen, thank you so much for the extremely generous $50 super chat. Hey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about anything else. How about that? Nobody wants to see that. They say, I saw Apollo 11 in person. Do you want to talk? That might be cool. Yeah, chat is open. Say hey. But seriously, thank you, Timmy. That's awesome. You saw it in person. I'm super jealous of you. You should see a Starship launch in person and let us all know how it compares to seeing a Saturn V in person.
Coming full circle.
Right? Taylor Newton, thanks for becoming a Padrat member. Steve, thank you for gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Mighty Don Don, gifting 10 Red Team memberships. Flawed Perspective, thank you for the super chat. They say, better a flying buttress than a crashing buttress or a rutting buttress. That's true. Timothy Millen, again, dude, thank you so much for the $20 super. They say, I'm starting to believe that you don't recognize anyone sending a chat.
I recognized you. We had a very nice conversation about rocket launches during the Chopstick live stream the other day.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Timothy, for all the support. Sorry it took us so long to get to it. This has been a show.
By the way, really quick, David in chat said, Jack will wear that, but not a kilt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. In fact, I'm really mad because the company that I bought those, or the company that those pants are from, shall we say, they've just been sold out. I could keep trying to buy more in different colors, and they're just
But
sold
Shad is saying that's your Shuttle ET cosplay.
out.
Nice, Andy.
That's hilarious. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Turns out I can do cosplay. And Eric Frazier, thank you for the support. They say, my cats wanted to pay to say hi to Jake. Oh.
He just left, but hi back.
Jake's also orange.
Jake is also orange. I need
yes,
to...
Jake and Jack matched.
At some point, I'm going to get a cat again. Because I do love cats. I love dogs. I love cats. And I do think... unless the cat distribution system graces me with a random cat, I don't have a choice. If I pick a cat, I'm probably gonna go with an orange cat, because I mean it's orange. Come on.
It's orange.
Okay, all right. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Jack. Moving right along. Next topic, or do we do questions? Actually,
you can tell the caffeine's wearing off.
We do.
Yeah,
I know. I should have got another one of those. It was so good. All right, let's do some questions before we move on to the next topic. How about?
Sure.
Book is asking, why do they need both a Gigabay and a Star Factory? Because you build the parts in the Star Factory and you stack them in the Gigabay, right?
It's an assembly line. You don't need a high building to manufacture segments of the rocket, but when you go to assemble the Starship and Super Heavy's 22 stories, and Starship is like, what, 15 stories? It's a 15-story building. These things are skyscrapers, quite literally. So you need you need a building that can fit your skyscraper rockets in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here we go. See, Peter in chat with a super chat says, Jack, your hat was so rad, I gave you a fist bump. See? Chat likes the hat. More questions. Adam Baker talking about the thrusters on Blue Ghost, saying, are they not using Rocket Lab parts? They might have been. I don't actually know the answer to that. Something to check for next stream.
I think parts of it are. The thrusters, though,
Firefly.
Yeah, the thrusters were Firefly. Their main propulsion system might be from Rocket Lab. You guys would have to fact check me on that one.
Yep. Spirit Wolf asking, serious question this time. Which country is setting feet on the moon next?
America.
USA, baby. America. Is that even a question? America.
Well, at least on an American rocket launched from American soil.
Yeah, baby.
Because keep in mind, Artemis now is international.
All right. He said the thing, everybody. Open up your Diet Mountain Dews and toast.
Nice. I understood that reference.
Greg McMillan saying, Boom Factory 4 miles down the road. Can't wait for first flight. Buddy, I think you might have... Unless you mean first flight of Overture, which, yeah, we're all super excited for whenever that comes down the line. Six String Simpleton turned 41 today. What's up, buddy? Absolute regular in chat. Thank you, Six
Happy
String,
birthday.
for hanging out with us for so many hours. Chat, Six String Simpleton is a regular around here, has supported us so much throughout the years, has gifted so many memberships. Make sure you thank Six String and wish them a happy birthday in chat. Kevin's just mashing all the buttons for Six String.
I think that's the move on meow apparently now.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I saw the messages.
Right meow.
I saw that. Sawyer, for the love of God, Sawyer.
Hey, I've had people literally texting me saying,
are you saying meow boy?
Puns
Do I look like a cat to you? Am I swinging from tree to tree, all nimbly bimbly?
Hey, you guys stop doing this, right? Meow.
Well, hey, I'm the one swinging from limb to limb when it comes
All
to
right,
these smooth transitions between topics.
Kevin's pushing
Like
buttons
switching
again.
from Florida to Texas
Nope,
and
not going to do it.
Starbase.
Nope, you're not the host. Also, WB Hokey 13 with a $50 super chat. That's incredibly generous of you. Thank you so much. They say, not going to lie, Jack would look great in a nice bright orange three-piece suit. No kilt. I can imagine a dapper look now. The thought has crossed my mind. In fact, somebody out there, if you want to Dumb and Dumber it up with me, I can be the orange suit. Somebody else can be the baby blue suit. It just needs to happen. I mean, it just needs to happen.
There you
That's a
go.
thing I will wear, Chad. Why can't you be obsessed with an orange suit instead of a kilt? Quit Tessa is saying, "Hey EJ, ask Jack the question." Oh God.
What the what's the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
Oh, dude, I don't know. It's some Monty Python reference that I don't remember because I'm a failure as a human being.
Are we talking African swallow?
There, Sawyer. Good
I don't
job.
know.
All right. Should we? Well,
His
no,
butt to scratch.
nope. I'm doing more questions. Haha. That
a
Kevin is asking, do they have plans for a Star Factory at Roberts Road? Yes, they do. Moving on. Cool. Next topic. Let's do the next topic. How about we do the next topic? You guys want to do the next topic?
That was a
I'm
horrible
sure.
segue.
Starbase.
Sawyer, I forgot the part where I asked how good the segue was.
Oh
Did I-
wow.
Did that
Okay.
was that a part that happened? Did I miss? Did I like suddenly? Oh, my light.
See, even
The light. My
even your
light died.
electricity agrees that you had no electricity in that
Oh,
transition.
that was
Mine was
good.
electric and
All right.
energetic.
Take it away, host. Take it away, host.
Okay, nice. Hey, look at that. Ship 35 finally got its aft section, which means that is the third completed Block 2 ship. Yay. That's
Yay.
finally.
Do you think
Well,
this one's going to explode?
I think they'll have the problem solved. I don't think it'll be that much of an issue going forward. Yeah. I didn't see any changes on it, but then again, they probably don't have the entire solve yet, so we'll have to wait to see what 34 looks like when it rolls out for static fire, whenever that's going to happen. There is a closure next week, but we don't really know what it's for yet. There's not really much. But then, as I was mentioning earlier, Ship 36 has actually been stacked inside the Star Factory. So for 33, 34, and 35, they stacked the nose cone and the payload bay into high bay, and then moved it into Star Factory to finish, and then moved it into Mega Bay 2. Well, 33 went straight into Mega Bay 2. But they're now stacking in Star Factory, which is another nail in the coffin for high bay, which is nice. I just want to see it go away. It's useless. It's got no door. It's pointless. Yeah. All it's good for now is holding the possible Starlink loader that Jack caught earlier on the flyover. So yeah, that's about all good high base good for anymore, or scrapping like Ship 26 and 32. So yeah. And this is, if I remember correctly, I think this was from Elisar that made this. A shot showing 3 towers with all with sets of arms on them.
Yeah, baby.
Which it's cool to see. I can't wait to see till we see more towers. The next one will probably be 37. And we'll see when that happens. But it's really, really nice to see all this. A lot of stuff happened this week. I mean, yeah.
You think SpaceX ordered towers in bulk? Where they just like, give us 200 of these segments over the next 3 years?
You fit so many segments in this bad boy.
Slaps 37's hood somehow.
Yeah.
So many segments in this bad boy.
Here's them attaching it, which is really cool to watch.
Sorry, I had to take my headset off and plug that light in that went out because apparently it has a small battery inside it that I didn't even realize. So I have a light again, but I missed most of what you said. But please continue.
Yeah, this is from Elisar as well as a time lapse of them putting all the pins in. So there's 12 skates. Each of them are pinned. So they have to basically put the whole thing up to the tower and then put all 12 pins in, line it all up. Then they can disconnect they can lower the sticks down and then disconnect the crane from it, which they did literally the next day. So the sticks are currently sitting on there. They just need a travel block and they can start reeving the cabling through and then get it under its own power. They already hooked up the power cables to it too, so it should already have power, which is kind of nice. Here is Pad A. In this particular one, you can't actually see it, but they had an interesting fixture hooked up to the booster QD. I think it was like a vent down, like pressure testing interface or something along those lines. So refurb is still underway. You gotta love good old Pad A. I actually can't wait. The thing is gone. It's iconic, but it'll be nice to see it get replaced with a flame trench and the good old boxcar. We'll call it that. I don't know. Can we call it boxcar the new OLM?
Sure.
Like that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, call it that.
I'll allow it.
You say that, and I just think B29.
Also, yeah.
That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is true. Boxcar. Yeah.
Oh man, now I want to watch Memphis Belle tonight.
That's a different plane, Jack.
I hate myself.
What's with you guys? First Sawyer gets Tenacious D and Motorhead confused. Now Jack gets B17 to B29 confused. What's wrong with you? Drink more caffeine. Wait, no, don't do that.
And so you're muted, by the way.
I'm a disgrace.
Thank you. EJ, how much time you got of what's wrong with us? I can tell you.
About 3 minutes.
So it all started with... No, go ahead.
Do it. Run through the Big Bang song. All right.
Please, no.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the lovely ship QD, which, I can't wait to see this thing upgraded and whatnot.
You also have that
too.
lovely sensor spot that I forgot to edit out. Way to go, me.
Yeah.
Right there. Look at the R, the E, between the E and the R in my last name, and then look. Yeah, right there. That is a failure.
Yeah.
I am a failure.
You know,
Clean
no
your
one would have
lens.
noticed that if you didn't
Clean
say
your
anything.
sensors.
But it's
I
the
mean, you
truth.
said it.
I'm a failure. I am. No, Sawyer, I do clean my sensors. Let me introduce you to a little thing called Boca Chica.
Soiled it. Soiled it.
Dude, I will say, Jack, that place is not nice to anything mechanical. Anything.
Salt
And
air and salt water is bad.
I mean,
Also,
for stuff.
anything.
You're talking to someone who works at the Cape, which is also along the Atlantic Ocean.
Chat is apoplectic right now.
Dude,
Half a second with the healing brush would have fixed it. Just shoot flat frames. Go sit in the corner.
That's the
Jack
right one.
fail. I mean, all true. It's the sort of things we obsess over, you know? Anyways, what were we talking about besides my failings?
The lovely new chopsticks that looked amazing compared to the old really long ones.
Hear me out. Okay, wait. Hear me
Yeah.
out. Let me cook. I'm cooking something up. It's gonna be
Okay.
real. It's gonna be
Yeah.
real tasty.
Jack, we
You're
have to
gonna-
cook.
You're gonna get a taste of that. You're gonna just be like,
All right.
"Mwah!"
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
good.
Using
All
it.
right, Tower 1, chopsticks. Am I right? Chopsticks, right? Tower 1,
Yeah.
chopsticks.
Oh,
You
no.
follow
Here we
me?
go.
You following me
no.
here? You
Is that where
following
you're
me
going
here?
with this?
Tower
Oh,
2. Huh? They're
Oh.
too short to be chopsticks. You ever seen chopsticks that short? I certainly haven't. I think we need a new name for them.
Sporks.
Sporks?
Tweezers.
Tweezers, maybe?
Oh, it was better than what I thought Jack was going to say.
I was gonna
Sporks are better.
go with either, and maybe we should do a poll here because this is a really fantastic mode of discussion. I suggest either chop nubs.
Oh.
Just let it. No.
See,
no,
that-
no,
see,
no,
EJ,
no, no.
this is what I knew he
before
was
you
gonna
react. Before you react, just let it land. Just be open-minded. Open your mind to possibility. Okay, wait. Here we go. Let me cook. You said you would let me cook. All right.
Sure. All right.
Chop nubs.
Mhm.
Okay, that's one option. The other option, nub sticks.
No.
I
No.
said you have to be open. You have to be open to
Whatever you're cooking,
possibility.
just-
No.
You have to
I
know
just-
that
I
the
loaded
universe
up
is
the
a
kitchen
magical
and-
place and you can make of it whatever you want. Come on, nub sticks.
All the milk in it expired and it tastes terrible.
I like stubby sticks.
Stub sticks
Stubby
works.
either
Stubby sticks.
Stub
stubby
chops?
Stubby
Stub chops?
No,
from
stubby
Max.
sticks.
Does it have
Stubby
to have the
sticks work
Y
too.
on it? I feel like stub chops is like it's got a nice ring to it. Stub chop.
Stub
Stub
sticks?
chop sounds like a sandwich shop.
It does actually sound delicious. I would eat like 3 stub chops right now.
I would question their health code there. That's all I'm saying.
There's so
Chat
actually,
says stubby sticks, claws, sporks, kittens, tongs, pork chops. Nubs.
Pork chops.
Oh my god.
Okay, I actually kind of like pork chops.
So I was gonna actually say here. So
Chopped
there's a,
sticks. That's a good one. Who said Master Toy Maker? That's a good one. Chopped sticks. I like it.
just as for reference in this image here, if you go from the end of the office building, all the way up to like the GSE building, which
I'm
is all the
sorry.
way up to the
No,
top
hang
there.
on. I'm sorry.
Oh,
we
God.
got $100 super chat. We got $100 super chat from Fox _ that just says praise the nub sticks.
Oh no!
Oh,
Is that what they are?
No!
Is that what they are now? I think that might be what they are.
No!
I think that
I'm
might be what they
sorry.
are. I think that
No.
might be what they are.
No.
That might have to be what they are.
No.
We've got bless this trench and now praise the nub sticks.
Space Pope, do you bless nub sticks?
Oh,
Don't do it. It's
Don't do it.
blasphemy.
Come on,
don't you
Space Pope.
dare!
Come on,
Don't
Space
you
Pope.
dare!
Come on,
Don't you
Space
dare
Pope.
It's a
stick that
good
knife
thing
in
that
your
Come on,
we-
Space
leg.
Pope.
It's a good thing you can't see what's going through thoughts through other people's heads. It's weird.
It's yeah.
Probably for the best.
Least unsafe inside my mind.
All right, so
Huh?
before I went full stupid, Ryan, do you want to continue?
Well, what I was gonna say is in that wide shot, from a picture from above, if you go from the office building to the GSE building, so basically spans Sanchez and the production site, that's about the amount of room total, give or take, that they have at Roberts Road. So Sanchez plus the production site is kind of what they're at. That's just phase one at Roberts Road, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's a lot.
That's bonkers.
It's a lot of space.
I need my
yeah.
space, and so does SpaceX.
They need a lot of space to build these rockets. They're big.
Turns
I
out.
don't know if you knew they were big. They're big
I
rockets.
once again want to invoke my questioning of at what point does Starship's gargantuan scale become a liability rather than an asset? Maybe never. Maybe sometime. I don't know. We'll find out. And I'm sorry everything's shaking so much. Again, I've had a lot of caffeine and I'm like one of those people whose leg bounces, you know? It's just
I'm not one of those people.
That's so messed up.
But it's coming from him though, so it's not as messed up.
I don't know whether to laugh or.
I would normally save that joke for the post show, but I couldn't hold back.
I'm just gonna say, like, it's Sawyer saying it. So is it really that messed up?
I don't know. Should
I don't
be
think
upset?
it is because it's him himself. It's a Sawyer himself saying that. So I think
I give
fine.
you all carte blanche to make those, but yeah.
it's the darkest part possible humor, which is amazing. Maybe it should be maybe it should be cart black.
Anywho,
yeah.
What?
Sorry, continue.
Because it's dark humor. Carte blanche instead of blank, it's black. I don't know, dude. I'm not Sawyer. Ryan, continue talking. Say smart things. Go.
If you go ahead and zoom in on the OLM, Kevin, if you would please. This is the picture
Kevin.
that's behind. It's been behind EJ the whole time. So they finally removed the tents and most of the scaffolding. So this is our first look at the water-cooled steel plate that is the third level on top of the OLM. I can't see where we would have a booster QD mounted onto it. So either they have yet to add those components, or it's the booster QD is going to be outside and overhang. We're just going to kind of have to wait and see here. So yeah, but it looks really, really cool. I think it looks a lot better than the current one does. It's just better. It's so much better in every possible way.
Yeah, I think it might have been Anthony from the Rocket Ranch. We were grabbing lunch after the flight, and I was editing some photos, and he's like, "Whoa, it looks like the Death Star." I was like, "Yeah, it kind of does."
I think it looks like a square hole.
EJ, where does the arch go? What hole does the arch go into?
That's right.
It goes in the arch hole. Oh God.
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
Yeah, the square hole.
What about the rectangle? It goes in the rectangle hole, right?
No, it goes in the square hole.
Oh, Jesus. Why?
Now, here is an awesome shot of the flame trench. So,
hey, that's the thing.
Ding, 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 ding.
We're talking about the flame trench on the flame trench. You got to do it. Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you, EJ. We can't hear it, but thank you.
It looks like they fully dug all the way down. I think they're at the stop. They're at the bottom of the trench, and there is, I think it's literally the next shot in the that's in the dock there, Kevin. But if you're to pull that up, I think it's like 15 meters down is the full length. It's really hard to tell though. There's not like any like
What is that in
reference
freedom
point.
units? I don't know what a meter is. I'm an American.
I don't remember
50
off the top of my head, give or take.
50 feet.
Basically, let's just say this: that
50
we don't
Thank you, EJ.
know.
Thank you, EJ. 50 feet. Thank you,
Okay.
EJ.
We don't know how thick the floor is of concrete. We don't know yet. But even if it's only a meter thick of concrete at the base of that flame trench, that's still deeper than the ones at 39A and 39B. And it's wider too than those two.
Nice.
So yeah, these are about like, it's like 18 and a half meters, I think, wide.
Yeah,
This is almost 15 deep.
This is what I was talking
gigantic.
about when we were talking about the launch mount for Pad B earlier. The scale of this construction plus the just behemoth mount really just makes me feel like, okay, this is a pad that is hopefully going to be able to fulfill what SpaceX needs out of a launch pad and be rapidly, reusable, be able to rapidly launch out of this thing. I mean, there's so many of those pilings. That trench is so wide. And even just anecdotally, driving in and out of Starbase, EJ, I don't know if you noticed this when you were here for Flight 7.
Nah.
We are once again at a point in time where there are so many concrete trucks going down
I love
Highway
it.
4.
I love it.
Whenever you see that, obviously SpaceX is pouring a lot of concrete. And you could even see in some of those shots of the trench, you can see the concrete placing booms, like the truck with the big long hose that can move concrete to exactly where it needs to go.
It's a pumper truck, dude.
Concrete placing boom. Pumper truck works too. We
It's
can
a
be friends.
pump. That's what it's called.
It's also called a concrete placing boom, I thought.
So where you see that big lattice.
Don't roll your eyes at me, young man. I will end this. I will turn this trench around, and there'll be no trench for anybody.
I know where you live.
You'll fill it in.
You know sort of where I kind of technically live. As
I
long
know
as
where you reside.
Oh God, oh Jesus.
So it's with this flyover, it's pretty. We have a pretty good idea of where everything's going to be now.
Dog emergency. I'll be right back. Vam. Vam. Go.
Okay.
Coin.
So basically, you see the lattice of rebar that one of those concrete pumper trucks is basically lined up into. We think that's where the booster QD is going to be. It's going to be on the opposite side, so that if they still do the tower avoidance maneuver, they won't cook it, and when they land, they won't cook it. Well, whoever thought, instead of actually trying to seal it more, just place that on the other side of the mount.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we don't know if there's only one or if there's two. We haven't seen a Block 2 booster aft yet, and we haven't really seen where the lines are going to go or hook up to yet, so we're still kind of waiting on that. But it's based off of the lines that we're seeing with this, plus the increased vaporizer capacity, and the way they want to set up this, we could be seeing prop load times between 30 and 40 minutes. For the whole stack.
That's awesome.
It's still so crazy to me that they're filling a full Starship faster than they fill a Falcon 9 or a Falcon Heavy. That's just...
Yeah. If they can get it down to 30, that's faster than Falcon 9.
Yeah, that's wild.
Easy.
They're already faster than Falcon Heavy. They're already there.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Oh, what?
Nothing.
Oh.
Moving right along. Let's thank some more people for some support, then keep talking about stuff because I'm having fun with my chums.
All right, chums, let's do this. Leroy!
Chums up.
Jack!
Chums up, thumbs up. Sawyer, you beat me. No amount of caffeine is making me go smart brain this week. I don't even...
Your
Turtle
brain's moving
Sanctuary.
too fast.
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, they told me that in first grade. They're like, here, take this weird word processor thing because your brain moves too fast for your hand to work writing because you're dumb. That's
Ryan.
some deep Jack lore. Wow. Okay. Hi.
Jack, hold on a second. Ryan, I actually have a question. Kevin, can you bring up that the aerial shot of the trench again?
The what trench?
The trench where flames reside in.
Never end a sentence with a preposition.
The combustion receptacle.
Trench in which they were flame in.
Thing
The
thus
trench-
said he.
which they were
The trench off with from they were launching.
from they were flaming.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, I got a question. If
Yeah.
you look at the south side of the trench, which is the side opposite the tower,
Yep.
we got some triangular looking slabs of concrete being poured there.
Yep.
What are those about? Do you
I
know?
think it's where the booster QD is going.
But is it going to be? It's going to be mounted on the deck. You think it's going to be mounted on the deck of the OLM? Like,
There's a lot of things that are saying that it's going to be mounted and it's going to overhang. I don't
Really?
think it may not even be attached to the OLM at all. We'll see. Maybe they do
Interesting.
something where it like moves a decent amount and actually gets out of the way of the exhaust. I really don't know what their plan is for this, but there really is no other reason for that slab to be there other than to put a booster QD. I don't know what else they could put there, to be honest. Yeah, and by the way, the concrete they're pouring right now it's not going to be the actual floor. It's called the rat layer. Basically, it's to help stabilize the dirt with the pilings and everything, so that when they do go to pour the floor, they don't have a lot of issues with the pour. So that's kind of what they're doing right now. It's a stabilization layer of concrete.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're still digging it out, but I can't wait to see the finished product. And as we saw, they're building the deflectors, both deflectors in Sanchez. And once the deflectors go in and the mount goes on, it's going to look really, really cool. A launch is going to look so cool.
It's going to look like the Saturn V.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Flames out in two directions. I mean, Jack, I'm not saying we have a pristine opportunity for one of the most righteous launch shots ever. But if you go just south of Pad B, we set up a camera over there.
Mhm.
They'll hear you. Dude. Well, it all depends on where SpaceX allows the media to put cameras.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
as of yet, there has been no south location. Although NSF does have a southern location because we were able to purchase some land out here, thanks to y'all's support. Speaking of support,
Oh, the mind meld.
we do have This Week in Spaceflight
My
coming up, so I
mind
want
to
to make sure
yours.
everyone has been thanked. Turtle Sanctuary, thank you so much. Launch directors and flight engineer members, thank you so much for being at the highest level of support for NSF. We can't do everything that we do without you guys. It's absolutely just an organization full of insanely dedicated people firing on all cylinders, so thank you. Also, Max E, thank you so much. I think that's our Max. They say, Jack and I at Astro Awards 2026, orange and blue suits. Max, you're on, buddy. Let's make it happen.
Jeez.
Google, thanks for gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Steve Kalovic, thank you for the support. William Foss, thank you for the support. Alex Vaughn, thank you for gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Bideford with a $25 super. They say, Jack, take the $25 and go out for a couple Friday night drinks and rethink the new Chopsticks name. Love Sawyer. William Foss, thank you for the support. NASA Spork Flight, that's hilarious. They say they're saving the screen name for just this occasion. That's amazing. And
Sport flight.
I love it.
Timothy Millen again, thank you for the super chat. Well, that has been that has been a flame trench. I don't know quite how long I'm supposed to stretch or not here. EJ, thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. I know it's a privilege being on here. I do appreciate you guys' company, and it goes in the square hole.
The square hole.
The square hole.
Sawyer, thanks for being on, man.
Always a pleasure.
And Ryan as well. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us with your hat.
I like that hat.
Good hat.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun when I got it. But anyways, it's a pleasure as always. Always love coming on here talking Starship. So.
All right, well, you've all seen the flame trench for the week. We hope you enjoyed it. We are NASA Spork Flight. Let's all go watch Twist premiere. Also, there's a post show. If you're a Capcom member and above, we can hang out in the post show with us.
And here we go.
We have liftoff. Propulsion continues to be nominal.
RCPA chamber pressure looks good.
Doubling up. Roger, planet.
Water towers, fly! Yes! Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside, speed off.
god! Oh my god!
Décollage. Put that in the big bag, Tingle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
This methane would be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You bet. Sure. We don't need any more of these.
Hi, Kevin.
Go to CommsNet, or are we staying here?
Well, we got to stay here.
It's a nice, relaxing outro.
I like your face, Jack.
I mean,
I don't even
know
like my
why.
face.
So
question.
show your face then, Kevin, if you're going to say that.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh God! Oh man!
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
God! Oh
If I
man!
shared my screen, would there be a way for Membies to see me editing photos?
Yes.
Oh, we got an echoey Kevin.
Share it through Zoom or what?
Yes.
Yeah, we have an echo with you, Kevin.
MBs do? Oh no, just you do.
How do I share my
Oh.
screen in Zoom? I've actually never tried to do this.
Hey, Jack, I got a question. Would you mind
Eric,
if...
shut up. Continue.
Never mind.
No, you're not Eric. I was talking to Eric Fraser in chat.
Oh.
You're EJ.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
Eric.
Eric,
He's
shut
also
up.
Eric Johnson.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, whatever.
Well, that's who he plays on the internet.
Next,
Yeah,
you're going to tell
yeah.
me Das is actually John Galloway.
Who?
Yeah,
Wait,
right?
what's that? What?
Yeah, thank you.
John who?
Dude, when
Anyways-
I'm talking to my parents about Das, I refer to him as Das. That's how much his name is Das and not
Same.
the other thing.
Same.
So you're proving my point. Anyways, please continue.
They know you as Yak, by the way.
That's fine.
All right. So that Astro Awards picture, can I take your head in the cowboy hat and make it an emote on my Twitch stream? I technically have to ask for likeness instead of just doing this, you know?
You know what?
Where'd you go?
You know what?
Yeah?
Just because you're my guy.
Oh,
Just because
hell
you're
yeah.
my special little guy. I'm about to do
Hey.
something just for you. Give me a second.
Oh,
What?
dude.
Okay.
Dude, my guy. My guy. This man is a legend. Witness this, chat. Witness the goatiness, the greatest of all time.
Enos.
The goatiness.
Hear me?
Yeah?
You want
Barely.
the orange hoodie or not?
Holy.
It doesn't matter.
All right, we'll talk about that. All right.
Oh my god.
the
Orange
hat.
hoodie's in the car, so I can't get the orange hoodie unless I go to the car. So if
No,
you want the
it's
orange
the
hoodie,
hat.
then I need to
It's-
go do that. But
it's
otherwise,
good.
here's the hat for you.
It's good. You need to if you could just kneel down a little
Kevin,
bit.
full screen.
And Kevin, if you could just get rid of the chroma here, the chair, the back of the chair.
What kind of pose do you want here? Do you want
Just a smiley or just Jack face.
you want up?
Oh.
Like howdy, partner?
No,
Or you
please
want-
don't. Please don't do that.
Oh, did chat see what I was gonna here? Let me do something here real quick, and then I'm gonna bring my camera back.
Eric, do not do that.
Eric.
Eric, do not. Somebody delete that. Come on now. We have a rule here. You're not supposed to do that.
Now, Kevin, if you could just disable the chroma there, and yep, and Jack with the background for the chair. The chair.
Say it won't leave this chat, but it will totally leave this chat. Like you're not everybody. Oh
There we
my
go.
God, what am I doing here?
Now, can you just take the chair and,
Well, you want me to get the chair out of here?
yeah.
Micah is like, dude, what are you doing?
Now just smile. Chat, take
I don't think Jack knows how to smile normally.
Take your pictures. Hey Jack, where does the circle go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, because even your photos, I was looking at the After Award pictures. Yeah, smile, dude.
This is perfect.
Hey EJ, can you hear me?
Where are you, Ryan?
Here.
There.
Ah!
Oh my God. Only
There you
you
go.
can prevent forest fires.
I'm Commander Shepard. What do you want?
I mean, okay. All right. Yeah, you know what? Two can play at that game.
Commander Shepard.
Just for y'all. Just
You know
because I
what?
love
Three
just
can
because I
play
love
that,
the
but I'm not
Membies.
going to.
I had to do the escalation. It was worth it.
That was just for EJ and Membies. I do love that hat.
Hey, I'm Commander Shepard, and NASAspaceflight.com is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Were we just this is what we're doing now?
am Optimus
Wait, hang on, I'll get the hat back. Let me get the hat back.
Autobots. Sawyer, stop lubricating the man.
How's this?
Good enough.
I can't see squat, but
Hey, you ever wonder why we're here?
Oh, one sec. Yep. Here.
It doesn't really fit over the
with the headset.
Autobots, roll out. Oh, sorry, it just does that.
well, one without the headset.
We had to do it just for fun.
The things we do that end up on the internet forever.
Right?
Hey, at least you didn't say butthole
You'd think we
shooter
know by now.
on air.
I don't care. It's cool. It's an N7 helmet. It's cool. And that shout out.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's nothing terrible.
Live on
There's much worse photos of all of us online. That one is
Oh
not
God,
terrible.
we're live on Twitch, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeep.
Well, my
yeah.
How many times have you gotten me with that, EJ?
What?
Like asking me to do something or say something silly in the post show, and I've forgotten that your Twitch is live. I feel like that's happened a lot.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, it's okay.
Like I feel like it's a game your chat plays with the post show.
It's not anything that I wouldn't have said here during this hour on the stream. Yeah. Me llamo Lopez La Pasado.
Kevin, was the key better this week? Yay. All I have to do is stare at a blinding light for 3 hours.
Hang on. By the way, I just went to Twitch and there you go.
You just went to Twitch and there you go? What are you going?
Look in the members multi-view chat. That's the thumbnail.
Oh.
The preview.
Oh, excellent.
Why?
That's the preview on Twitch. If you go to Twitch and look for EJ's channel, it's in my follow list. That's what comes up.
Base Enthusiast says,
that's great.
Things Jack does every week. Forgets the Flame Trench. The only NSF show with a cold open has a cold open. That's not true. I remember every week. I just don't remember.
Forget the Flame Trench. The only NSF stream also streamed on EJ's Twitch streams to EJ's Twitch.
All right, that one's fair. That one is fair.
Oh, that's good.
Jay, stop typing. I don't want to hear it.
But is that Jay typing? Jay, are you typing in the back channel, mate?
9, 8,
There you go.
7,
wasn't
6.
bad.
5,
I think he's typing in the back channel.
4,
I think that's what he's doing.
3.
Oh, that's right. The lift. Forgot. Yeah, we had the live stream to Twitch. That was fun though.
Purple burglar.
Purple burglar alarm.
Scotland forever.
Purple burglar alarm. Look what an advanced civilization we are. Purple burglar alarm.
You're right, Jay. It's a hard phrase to pronounce, isn't it, mate?
Hey, I forget. What's the? I don't care if it's the Twitch. What's the SBU script deadline again? I forgot. It's been so long since I've done
Are you
one.
writing the script?
Yes.
May God have mercy on my soul.
What?
That was the point.
No,
right?
I'm excited. No, I'm very excited.
Okay. I thought that would have been as bad.
10, ideally 10 a.m. Central.
Okay.
I want to be done editing it by noon. It usually takes me around 2 hours to do my rewrites.
I'm not as good with puns as say Sawyer is. So, yeah.
I don't know how I do it. I just do it.
It's just you have to be like a natural at it. It's just something yeah. That's all it is.
The react or emoji or whatever of me pointing it because I'm wearing the RS-25 shirt. It's like I'm the Artemis police. I'm like, you will not cancel SLS.
See about that.
I don't know, my guy. We didn't get to it on the show, but I don't think it's gonna be canceled.
I hope it doesn't.
I don't think it's gonna be canceled. I'm just saying. I'm gonna do a little high voice to signify that thing.
Are you working on the novel? You working on the novel?
Yeah, I'm working on a little book.
Can I catch you, bro? You can have some enemies become friends. Friends become enemies. Oh yeah, you're doing a great job though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom,
Mama, mama,
mommy, mommy.
mama, what? Hi. Holy crap, Brian, there's a message in my alphabet cereal. It says,
ooh.
Oh, Peter, those are Cheerios.
Classic. That's when Family Guy was still good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Who else but Quagmire? Oh, my chat. Hi, everyone. I'm Elon Ma. No problem. Driving my Tesla. I love you. What? Elon Ma.
I watch plenty of shows. I just let these guys do their thing, and I'm entertained.
That's right, Ryan. Nobody's laughing. What the hell? I don't think they get it. You guys are you?
Oh my god.
Nice.
Is that Jack emotes?
Yes. Oh, that's so good.
There's 2 of them.
Oh god, the tinfoil hat. Why did I do that?
It's Ryan, it's an acquired
You're committed
taste.
to the bit.
Wow. Elon Ma. No problem. Live stream X. I love you. That's my favorite. Love that guy.
Hey, Jay, just do one with my N7 helmet on. Why not? It's hard to tell it's me, but it's funny as hell.
By the way, tell me this isn't Jack.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you.
With
I'm
Jack
like-
Hat 2 with
I'm
the
like
point.
Smokey's.
It's the
I'm
same
like-
hat.
I'm
It's
like
the
Smokey's
same
demented
hat.
evil twin who's like, only you can set more forest fires.
Well, you are from California.
Yeah.
Fudge. That was a really poor taste joke on my part.
I mean, you walked into that one. I just
with the
finished it for
context
you.
that you just reminded me exists, that was a.
Oh, don't
not-
worry, they're out now. It's fine. It rained. I know. Too soon. I know.
No, you're good. Yeah. Me big dumb. Me do big dumb. Me no brain smart. Me brain dumb.
I couldn't help it, Chad. I had to go for the low-hanging fruit. You can hate me if you want. It's fine.
Nobody hates you.
What's wrong with the fruit that's higher up on the tree? Come on.
It's harder to get to.
Yeah.
And get a ladder.
Still harder. Best part's no part. Ladder's a part.
He's got a point.
Kevin's tweet is great.
Oh no, he
no.
tweeted?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh
no.
yes, he did.
No. No, though.
Yep. Yep.
Hang
he
on. Let me pull up
no.
X.
did.
No, though. He didn't need to do that, though. Let me pull up the everything app.
That's like seriously, we're never safe if we're doing that kind of
Why
stuff.
have you done this?
It says the person who literally counted us down in the photo, who totally stepped away.
Yeah.
Lies, I tell you, lies.
I didn't count us
Leak,
down.
Eric, leaker.
Yes. Oh, did you
No.
see the video?
Yes, I saw that. The descent rate was 11,000 feet per minute at the end.
Oh.
It was about 600-ish miles an hour. And it was an air ambulance with a patient.
And it slammed into it slammed into a couple homes in Philly.
A bunch of homes were on fire in
I
Philly.
saw it, but I wasn't going to mention it. But
Yeah, me too. But yeah, it's Philly. That's when you were wondering why I got quiet there while they were talking about it. That's because I was looking.
yeah,
at that.
if you saw me pull away and then grimace a little bit, that's because I saw that. Yeah, because I saw that. I wasn't going to mention it, but Kevin did.
If you want to seek it out, there is video online, but it is very disturbing.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. Nope. Yep.
Kevin, isn't this tweet explicitly against the rules of the post show?
What? I mean, you have to remember, Jack. It's going to EJ's Twitch, so it's not like it's.
But there's still the rules.
Yes, but it's Kevin, and he can break. I was about to say it's Kevin, and he can break the rules. That's literally what I was about to say.
We also agreed to it.
That's true.
I didn't agree to the tweet. I did not agree to the tweet. I did not agree to the tweet. I did not agree to the tweet.
You kind of did.
I did not agree to the tweet.
I did
did not agree to the tweet.
I did not.
Nobody
Oh,
asked me
Mark.
if I agreed to the tweet. I did not agree to the tweet.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. What's new with you? How's your Mark life?
Hey, I make rules too, you know.
I'm a man too, you know. Angle pee-pee standing up. Kung Pao? No? All right.
That's all I remember from Kung Pao. It's the one chick that was just like, whoosh. No? All right, moving on.
Can't believe nobody else got the.
Am I muted?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, that's
I
unfortunate.
think it's just called ignoring.
Sawyer.
Jesus.
Oh, did you see the second video?
No, I just saw dash cam footage. It almost looks like a JDAM is getting dropped on Philadelphia.
Because there's two different doorbell footages.
Guys, don't talk about this on stream.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
Thanks, CJ.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's talk about literally anything else.
Yeah.
don't do this.
Hey,
don't-
so
we don't-
nuclear bombs are bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're bad.
Also, Jack is very much in a caffeine crash.
I think Jack's
I'm
about to
so
crash.
hungry.
Twitch chat wants to know, Jack, what is your favorite thing to shoot at Starbase?
Raptors, but we can't do that anymore.
Cage's birds.
Yeah.
Thrust pucks, but you can't do that anymore.
Hmm.
Rollouts, but they're all at night.
Dome flips, but it never happens anymore.
Static fires, but they're all at Massey's now.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Gage right now at down at the Cape with the new Fleet Cam 2, by the way, which is possible thanks to you members. And the photos that, of course, what is he used to test it and track it? Birds. Can you imagine Gage at Starbase with the grackles?
I can. I would love to get a tracking rig here.
Yeah, have more launches. Oh wait, East Coast, Best Coast.
Why do you want to hurt me, Sawyer?
Because it's funny. Schadenfreude, baby.
Membies, what do you want to talk about? How many Membies watching right now? We're at the Astro Awards.
I didn't get invited.
Me neither.
What? No. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Every single NSF person was invited.
What?
Well, only because you sent a random Discord message 3 days before saying, "Hey, you can come if you want."
Yeah, that's when I found out everyone was invited. That's when I was told that everyone was invited.
I was gonna go, and then stuff with work popped up, so I had to cancel.
Oh yeah, you had to travel. But...
Yeah, I had to.
In general, anyone from NSF that wants a media badge for the Astro Awards is able to get on the list for one if you want. Just DM me and let me know, and I'll let the folks at EDA know. Yeah, I'm not disputing the date. I'm just saying the message happened. Nobody said boo.
Das.
What?
Das's response to you.
Where?
Wait, on X.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Live streaming action. I love you. You guys seriously never seen it? Ryan's the only one that not Webby. Ryan Caden is the only one that knows that joke. It's a shame.
Get better jokes.
Bro, this is
Like a Sid,
top
baby.
shelf.
Like it's
With the Flex Seal gif.
Elon Ma. No problem. Driving by Tessera. I love you. Wow. Wow. It's awesome. See? Ryan knows. Ryan knows. He's my guy.
My man.
Twitch chat knows. Oh.
My man.
It's looking good. My man.
See, I make references occasionally, folks.
Wait, so EJ can break the rules too?
Wait, what am I? Yeah, Ryan. No, we're good. We see eye to eye on things, dude. We're good.
Oh, by the way, happy anniversary of Explorer 1.
Hey. The wall of NSF photos. Dude, what's up, man? Yo.
Oh, wow.
I met you at Hopper House.
Is that what I think it is?
It is what you think it is, dude. Hell
is
yeah.
Is it an M1?
Yeah, I'm talking about the M1 Garen below it.
Hell yeah. Dude, that wall is sick.
Hey, okay, now the real question is I want to know how authentic that one is, because if it truly is authentic, that thing's worth several grand.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah.
It's worth several grand.
Yeah.
Kevin, why are you needling me in a complete why?
1943.
Oh, it's real. Ryan, believe me, I asked.
So that's several thousand.
She's a beast, dude.
I have fired one of those. It is amazing.
What do you guys do when you're sad?
I listen to music or watch a rocket launch.
You don't know what I want to. You don't want to know what I'm going to do this at. Actually, put it this way: you should already know the answer. Well, there's a few things, but you should know one.
You yell about things that make you angry.
No.
Well, yeah, but what?
You know what music I want to listen? Yeah, I listen to. You already know. So.
Do I?
matter.
Oh, it's Taylor Swift. Ew.
Yeah.
Hey, Space Enthusiast, that's what I've been obsessed with lately too. So,
Either that or I'll go ahead and watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
and yes, when you're in here, I am calling you Space Enthusiast because it's more
Nerd.
fun.
Oh, okay, EJ.
Nerd.
I ask because I'm actually not doing super great today, so hopefully it didn't come across on the show.
Oh, it definitely did not. The
What's up?
caffeine, I think, made it perfect.
That was
You
kind of the
okay, buddy?
point. Yeah, no, I'm all right. It's fine.
You okay, Yak?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You want to talk about it?
No, absolutely
Dude,
not.
this is a safe space.
Absolutely, it is not.
A safe space that is also on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, but that was fun. Like I got to go into show mode for a little bit and enjoy hanging out with y'all. So that was enjoyable.
Yeah, that was this one was one of the most off the rails we've had in a while, but yet it felt like one of the most on the rail ones we've had in a while.
I know how to be off the rails on the rails. Eric, you shouldn't feel bad. That was a good
I
joke.
like trains.
Near
Moon train?
Yeah.
It trains
fact,
on the moon.
A starship could not launch a Union Pacific big boy anywhere. That's
Shame.
how big the big boy is. So what I'm saying is,
How heavy are those things?
we need a 12-meter diameter starship so we can launch Moon Train finally. I think
how,
we can all agree on Moon Train.
How big are the Union Pacific trains? Like the
The big boy
Like-
is like
like
500
how much-
tons or something. Hang on.
Okay.
4014 is, I had to look it up.
The tender is a shitload. The big boy itself is a shitload.
Hey, watch your language.
It could do neither. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm really not though.
So we're 772,250 pounds. That's just the locomotive.
What is that in tons?
386 tons. The tender's 220 tons. Total weight 607 tons. 1.21 million pounds.
Yeah. So Starship
Yeah.
couldn't even launch the tender.
Not
No.
even close.
Nope.
That's how big Big Boy 4014
You
is.
would need like whatever a Raptor 4 would be with like a Block 5, or you would have to get to a 12-meter starship to do it.
I mean, okay, so Jack, this is coming from over in Twitch chat. Please reiterate to Jack that he, as well as the whole crew, is much beloved. We're not really friends, but it feels like it.
Yeah, it's called the parasocial relationship, my guy. We're all friends here.
Yeah, but Bob, I know you. You're regular in my Twitch chat. I know you.
Moto Kenzo, I have not told myself I'm going to do this or not yet, but I've actually been thinking about sober February. We'll see what happens. Alien says nice. Moto Kenzo says no.
Talk about contrasting.
Freaking love you guys.
Nice.
It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Love-
Hunter, you
love
get it.
the
The shortest
support.
sober month. You get it, Hunter. Thank you.
Only 28 days. Genius.
Sober isn't no alcohol. I will still consume a variety of energy drinks.
Yeah, never take away Jack's energy drinks ever.
Please don't. I need them to live.
I need it.
I need it.
I do need it. I do actually legitimately need it. No, I will still vape. I'm a degenerate.
You vape generate.
I'm gonna make it my goal in February to change my age.
I don't use energy drinks. I use coffee.
I like how Ryan just did not care about what you said, Sawyer.
Nope.
I don't know. You think you'll pull it off?
I mean, I think it may take me till about mid-month, but I think I can do it.
I believe in you. You have a number you're shooting for? Like 31?
Shooting. Oh, it'd be nice if it was the 16th or 17th, but I don't know. I'm just getting this feeling that it's going to be February 18th.
No. I mean, what number are you shooting for? You want to change your age. What number are you shooting for?
I'd like to go back to 25, but you know, I guess
Tell
I'll
me
settle
about
for
it.
31.
Nice, dude. I feel like it was just the other day when we were on a trench celebrating your 30th. So another orbit. Congrats in advance.
Hey, so not there yet.
I said in advance.
my
I
heart's
said in
still
advance.
going
What more do you
barely,
want
but
from
it's
me?
going.
What more do you want from me?
All right, let me try and find a way to share my screen, and I'll edit some photos for memes.
And then I'm gonna head on off. Just again, my sitting time, as you can see, has very much increased, but I still need to take breaks. So
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad progress is being made. It brings joy. Okay, it brings joy.
thank you. It means a lot.
Yeah, man.
Plus, being with you guys and all of this brings me
Hi,
a lot
buddy.
of joy. It makes the healing a lot easier.
I mean, it really is. It's therapeutic, and I'm super thankful to hear you say that because I feel the same way, and I'm not dealing with a scintilla of what you have to deal with. So
Yeah.
how
Thanks,
the
everybody.
heck do you share your screen on this stupid? Oh, okay. Okay, share. Oh, hey, no, it's like literally, it's like right there, dude. It's like right. I was all ready to put up a fight and be like, it's not actually there. But no,
Oh my god.
Fun fact, it's right there. It's right there, dude. It's right there.
Also, by the way, this is not using Discord. That's why it's a little different.
That's priceless.
All right, I'm gonna share a portion of screen, so this could go very bad. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Share screens. Lightroom Classic, but there's like 20 Lightroom Classic windows for some reason.
All right, bye everybody.
All
Bye,
right,
Sawyer.
sir. See you, buddy. And then there were 4, or 3, or 2,
Whatever
8.
there is.
Really want this to work. Oh, I have to open stupid system, stupid settings. Use password.
And then there were 2.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Yes, Kevin.
I can't. Hi, Twitch chat. Sorry. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me, Twitch chat. Hello.
Kevin was saying
I'm sorry.
awful things about you guys.
I was not.
Yeah.
I was just asking because EJ like uses that voice whenever he's trying to be Twitch chat.
Hi, Kevin.
I think he thinks that you all sound like that.
Wow.
Boop, boop.
What is
Jack
that
asked me to be in the
picture of
back end.
EJ in the members, both of you chat?
Is that my wife? Yep, that's my wife. Just crap posting in the members chat about me.
All right, am I back?
Okay.
You're back.
Really?
I think.
Yep.
All right, you should see the screen.
Jack Byer. Yep, there you are.
Are you seeing anything else?
Why is it the entire
I'm trying to
screen?
see if I can find you.
It's not
too.
the entire
Hold on.
screen. Shut up.
It just took up my entire screen.
Oh God, did it really?
Ah!
Let me just close that and close that and close that.
No,
Okay,
and
don't give
close
anything
that.
away, Jack.
And I should probably close that.
Your camera's not on, right, Jack?
I can't even right now.
There, camera.
Okay, cool. So now I'll put you where Sawyer is. I'll put your screen share.
All right, let me know when we're good.
Almost there. Stand by.
No rush.
There it is. No, that's the return.
Membies, what's the first photo you want me to see? Or like, what's the first thing you want me to see edit a photo of?
Jack's about to start leaking.
I want to see you flame trench.
There we go. Just be careful with your Discord. I see it popping up.
Here, you know what I'll do? I will do this.
Ring, I wonder why that's what you want to see. I can only imagine why that's what you want to see. I can only imagine.
All right. Do not disturb is now
Ring
on.
and rage. No reason. No reason at all. Okay.
Can you see Discord now?
No.
You sure?
Yep.
I can tell you, spoiler, I can tell you that the B14 B14.1 no longer exists in like any way, shape, or form.
It has ceased to be.
All right.
It has
Somebody said
torn
scrapyard.
asunder.
Sorry, EJ. That was a good reference.
Oh, that's all right.
It has been torn asunder.
Scrapyard.
Jack, I need you to find the NSF trailer, please.
Yeah, stand by.
Yeah, and I need you to show everybody that it's level.
Are you implying that it previously had been not level?
No, it's level. It was always level. It was like that the entire time.
Good. All right, here's the scrapyard right here.
That's
Looks
what's left. That's what's left of 14.1. It's like folded rings. Hey,
So-
26's nose code is still there.
Yeah.
So
Best ship.
So this is an unedited image of this burst you can see here. Can you see this shit at the bottom here? Sorry, stuff at the bottom here? I'm sorry.
There are virgins watching.
I'm sorry. Can you see the stuff at the bottom? The thumbnails?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so there's an edited one. Obviously, you can see the difference between edited and not edited.
I can't.
And you can see that there's, in this burst, there are, how many is that? 10? So of these 10 images, that's the one I have deemed the good one. And it's really not even that good.
Look at all those SPMTs.
It's not very sharp.
You gotta love it, right? Look at all those SPMTs.
Everybody poops.
You say I'm pretty sure with that many SPMTs they can roll the OLM to the pad. I think
Well, I tell you what, look at that telescope and grove train that's right next to it, boy. That's a nice piece of equipment there. They got the wheels off that thing.
I didn't even notice that.
That's a good catch. It's next to presumably it's next to the vehicle they're going to load it onto and haul it out of Starbase with.
That's not fitting on that trailer.
Okay.
Wait. We had someone else said something. Where did it go? Blah, blah, blah. Eric asking, what percentage of shots do you take, do you throw away, Jack? Well, I'll probably have somewhere between 100 and 200 shots on for this flyover. And let's see, how many did I shoot? 1,096. See here, you can see these are all of the shots. We started at the port. We started at the airport, obviously. I'll just scroll through them. What are you dying about over there?
Somebody in my chat said we're all 3D printers when we go to the bathroom.
That's so real. That's real. It's also probably the worst thing I've ever heard. But anyways, here's the new LNG terminal. They're building it.
That part's sick, dude.
Right across. Yeah, I was excited about these.
These are the kind of size tanks SpaceX needs.
Well, hopefully they just get a pipeline from this right across the canal. But at the same time, somebody was telling me that all of the capacity for this plant has already been spoken for. But then again, it is SpaceX and like national security, blah blah blah. So who knows?
Dude, that's the thing. They could have been talking about the supply of LNG. Methane would be a separate commodity, but if it's an LNG storing and processing terminal, you can make methane on the side. You could make that.
Yeah,
because LNG is just methane, propane, and butane.
So what I just did was, here, I'll reverse it.
It looks so cool.
This is the raw image. On previous images, I have identified for today's specific lighting and conditions, that is a good starting point.
Ooh, I like that.
I just pasted that on there. So I have it in my clipboard, this set of settings you can see here on the right. And what I'll do is, basically, as I go through the images, I will create a sort of, for lack of a better term, master set of settings that I use for all images as a starting point for that day. And then per image, I will go through and tweak them to taste based on the specific image itself.
What do they taste like?
This one tastes like methane, dude.
Methane is odorless.
Well, it's got mercaptans in it, so That's kind of garbage.
And that's not even like a big LNG site either. It's kind of
Let
funny.
me see if I have a sharper one. So a non-zero part of editing these photos is literally just pixel peeping individual photos out of a burst. This is probably like 20 fucking photos. Sorry, 20-something photos.
Jesus, Jack.
It's been
AJ,
a day,
Kevin.
dude.
You know, just because it's odorless doesn't mean it's not tasteless.
Okay, yeah, you get back to me when you can taste gas. Okay.
Hey, if Kevin ever comes here for a flight at the same time that Dan is here, he will taste gas.
Poor Dan.
Oh,
Love you,
he
Dan,
gives
if
it.
you're
He
in
gives it
chat.
back as much as I give it to him. You
I love Dan.
can't
Dan's the
feel
best.
bad for him.
I need to make it down there sometime. I really do.
Okay,
Maybe
so
next flight. I'll try.
Kevin, have you ever tasted gasoline?
I've tasted
Dude.
RP1.
Dude, kerosene tastes amazing. I mean,
It does actually kinda
kerosene
taste
and
good.
Skydrol. Yeah, kerosene and Skydrol is the best.
Don't.
Kerosene low key. Like if kerosene was actually okay to drink, I would probably drink some kerosene.
This is just because I've taken a kerosene and Skydrol bath
There's the Pez.
unintentionally.
There's the
by the
Pez
way.
box. What? Like moonshine is like one step away from kerosene. Like, come on now. Don't what Jack me, cowbeller. I have tasted RP1 that was meant for a rocket that will remain unspecified.
It totally wasn't Falcon 9. All right,
It doesn't
cool.
taste bad. It actually
Moving
wasn't.
on.
It actually wasn't.
I mean,
Okay,
there
there's-
isn't.
It kind of narrowed it down a little bit, bud.
Yeah, but I didn't say. You can infer all you want. Ooh, what are these?
But I would say, Hunter, those are just
Dome cutouts?
Yeah,
For
dome
gores for a dome?
Yeah. It's not much of a story. The kerosene was, I was standing under
There you
the
go,
tank vent on the end of a wing when
small barrels.
when we
Got
were
some
loading
small
fuel,
barrels. Look at that.
and someone decided to hit the override on the fuel panel, and I got
That
doused in
dumb
kerosene.
idiot. Are
Yeah.
birds already pooping on the roof? No,
No.
it's something else.
Those are zoom into the cones, the cones, the base for the cones. I don't know why they're all over the place, but they were there last week. I don't know why.
All right, chat. What else you want to see?
I wanted to see the trailer, Jack.
Oh. Hang on. Let's do that. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible human being.
Hey Jack, I don't know if this will piss you off or anything. We'll just say this: if you and Mary
Brownsville.
had been in the air for another 45 minutes to an hour,
I know.
you would have caught.
I know app section. I know
35 sass.
I know app section. I know. Thanks. Making my day better, Ryan.
Hey, you know, it's just blame SpaceX.
Oh, I do. There's Rio West. They're making a lot of progress on Rio West. Where's the launch site? Oh, so close. Trailer's like right here. Can you see my mouse?
Yak.
Hey,
Oh,
there
there
it is.
Hey.
Hi, trailer.
See, chat? Look. Super level. It's true.
Super level.
It's true level.
That blurry blob right there, you can totally tell it's level.
It's true level.
Right there. Trailer.
Dude, what kind of... Oh, it's a pickup truck. Okay, cool. Now, Jack, if you could just scroll down the...
Line of cars?
Yeah. Yes. How did you know?
I get you.
Anything good? Anything cool? Anything cool? Okay, short cab F-150 right there. Like, nice. There's a generator. That's a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
Or it's a Jeep. It could be a Jeep JK. I can't really tell.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Is this coming through okay on stream?
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah.
There's a dump truck right there, boy.
They've had dump trucks leaving like crazy because of all they're digging the trench. And then of course if Jack goes up a little bit and towards the commodities trench,
See, look,
they're
concrete.
also digging that out too. So
Concrete placing boom. See, it's placing the concrete with a boom.
Dude, look at those lovely embeds in there too. That looks nice. The big dump trucks there.
That's
Well,
right,
I tell you
boy.
what, that's a whole lot of rebar, dang old. Tell
Dude.
you what.
Okay, here's some post-show NSF behind the scenes. Did I tell you guys that when we were setting up trailer and when we were taking down the CP11, like I just kind of did that voice just for like because I do it sometimes where I'm like, well, now we got to disconnect the negative battery terminals now. And
Yeah.
Das was like standing right next to me, and he was like, What was that? I'm like, whoops.
You're telling me Das hasn't heard that before?
No, he has. He has. He was like, "What are you talking about, man?" I was like, "Well, dang it, boy, we got to make sure that when we take the batteries apart, they're not live." And he's like, "What is happening?" No, Das is from he's from around here, like southern Texas. So like it's like, what the frick? What is that? I'm like, nothing.
Nothing important, no.
Don't worry about it. Oh, Jack, you could see the right of way for the railroad there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. Choo-choo train. Did you see a K truck? I didn't see any K trucks, but
I don't know what that is.
it's a very, 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 very miniaturized pickup truck. It looks almost like a golf cart.
There is one that drives around here.
Someone has a K truck?
Yeah, there's 100% one. There's also a couple people that have Suzuki Samurais, which are sick.
Oh, yeah. Samurais are baller. I don't think he'd ever heard it before Beats, to be honest. He was very confused. He's like, what?
No,
he knows Hank Hill, obviously.
He definitely knows King of the Hill references, but
but he didn't know that I could do King of the Hill.
Oh,
So he's like, what the frick?
At this point, I don't put any impersonations past you. In fact, you pulled one out today that I didn't know you could do Scots. Like, you did great. Fun fact about this, like Scottish.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fun fact about
change
this.
the laws of physics, Captain.
This is a water tank that was built in like the 50s to supply water to the village, and then a hurricane hit and roasted all the plumbing and infrastructure they built. So that's just a water tank that sits there doing nothing for.
Dude, there's probably like a biohazard in there at this point.
Probably, man.
Like a petri dish of just.
There's the restaurant. They're building some more tiny homes here. That used to be a solar farm.
Shoot, we even have tiny people in tiny homes.
They're building a weird pattern right in front of the office building. It's really, really weird. I don't know why.
No flaps. That's a shame.
No, everything gets put inside right away these days. I have this feeling that tent there, that tent 4, that's in the back Star Factory where that's where they make tiles. It's gonna go away soon. It'll probably go inside. Finally.
Chat, what else you want to see? Or EJ?
Oh, it's scrap.
Can we look at the front of the production site where CP11 is? Like, particularly the parking spaces?
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, spaceflight hardware? EJ's like, cars? Oh, this one is fun. I like this one. It's all the same. That is a completely accidental exposure.
That's some clouds.
But I kind of like it. No, it's the ocean. It's a blurry ocean, but I kind of like it.
Goalie, you can get your hands on a K truck if you want. If I want one, I mean, the laws in Massachusetts are dumb. It looks like you just did a Gaussian filter right there, Jack.
Nope. That's the raw image.
Hey, NSF Membies, anybody good with Grafana?
I don't know. All right.
Making dashboards in Grafana.
Dudes, I actually have to go. It is time, dude. It's time for the Eric Johnson Racing Administration.
Oh, racing time, yeah.
All right, dude. Thanks for hanging out.
All right.
We'll miss you, Twitch.
All right.
I love you.
I guess I should probably stop streaming to Twitch.
Yeah, you can do that if you want to. I mean, See you guys.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
See ya.
Mendes. Twitch,
ya.
I'll be back in a second. One of my guys in chat is good with Grafana, Kevin, if you want to talk to him. It's
just tell them to reach out to me on X or wherever they can find me. I'm pretty public.
okay. Predominant, reach out to Kevin Michael Reed on X.
Predominant.
It's Graham Weldon.
Sweet.
Weld Grampton. All right, bye-bye.
There you
Bye, guys. Later.
All right, Chad, is there anything else you want to see?
Bye, EJ Saw.
EJSA.
EJ Saw. All right, now I have to figure out how to fit 3 things on one screen. Hold on. 3 things. 3 people. 3.